Well, good afternoon, my crazy people. Since Dibble has been waiting since Saturday, I was like, oh, well, we definitely have to go a few seconds early then. Because you've been waiting long enough, girl. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Hey, Anna. And hello to my Dibble. And toilet water. Watch yourself. She got by with it because she didn't put the other part of the not allowed thing in there, but mm. You took your mom out earlier to buy a fancy rain gauge. She's not going to put baking soda in it, is she? I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. Welcome, welcome, everybody. And for people that are unaware, Victoria and Nana Tink are doing an auction right now, and I believe Cajun Roots Reseller is also doing his Hump Day auction right now. So yeah, she does like to press her luck. She does, Debbie. Absolutely, little Welsh brat she is. Yeah, I hope not too. It's an inside joke, folks. I can't explain it because I don't know if Debbie wants anybody to know, but I mean it's not bad, but it's just funny. But yeah, it's a personal thing that I probably shouldn't have brought up, but I just couldn't help it. Yeah. But the water definitely likes to push her luck, doesn't she? She does indeed. That was funny though. Whack, whack, whack. Well, it might work if you stop banging on it. Well, I can't help it. There's baking soda in it. Goo gone and baking soda. Yep. Oh, I feel for you, Dibble. I do. I'm getting notifications for everything except my own show. Well, that was notification that my emails went through, which is funny because I already checked the email and grabbed the things that I sent to myself. So I already know that they went through. My phone is a little delayed. Yeah, 24/7. My mom came up with a winner today, Dibble. She did. Because I asked her where because my daughter uses a vape, right? So I had asked my mom how much the e-liquid that she had got me for my birthday had cost. And my mom didn't know because it was all together and blah blah blah. But she said, that my oldest daughter buys the stuff online. And she's like, I think Amazon. And I'm like, Amazon doesn't sell it. And she kept insisting it was Amazon. I'm like, it's not Amazon. I was like, can you just ask her? Hey, Bobby. So my mom comes over today and says, oh, she does get it online. And it costs $10 shipping no matter how much you buy. So like they have a flat $10 shipping rate. I'm not so sure about that, but she still didn't tell me how much it costs for the e-liquid itself, and she didn't have the name of it. Hey Bolo. She said, well, she said you can just Google it. I was like, what do you mean? She goes, well, to find the place that she goes to, just Google it. I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna Google where does my oldest daughter buy her e-liquid, and Google's gonna tell me. Even Google can't accomplish that one. Hey Susie. So I was like, Mom, do you know how many sites there are that sell e-liquids? I was like, there are thousands and thousands of these sites. I was like, could you just, I don't know, maybe have her write down the name of the website? You know, just have her write it down. Then I can Google it and check out their prices and whatnot. Yeah, my mom thinks you can just put anything into Google and find exactly what your brain is thinking of. I'm good with Google. No one is that good. Okay. I'm like, mm, my mom is not tech savvy at all. She was lucky, and it took me 4 tries when she did have a computer years ago. She hasn't had a computer. My mom herself has not had a computer in about 15 years, and it took me 3 tries, 3 different tries on 3 different days to show her how to operate her email. So yeah, tech savvy she is not. I don't know, Bobby. She did a hit and run at 9:30 this morning. She put a comment in my chat. She threw some bananas in there, and then she hasn't been back yet. Got an XL liquid. What do you mean? Oh, yeah, the e-liquid. It lasted over 30. Well, it's I actually am gonna need more. But yeah, I mean, it was what 40 milliliters or something, 60 milliliters. I don't know. Hold on, I gotta get the magnifying glass because I can't read this tiny little print. How much was this? And it's dark in my room. 60 milliliters. Yeah. I mean, it's a big bottle of it, and I still have a little less than a quarter of a bottle of it left. Hey, Irene. So, I wanted to know how much one like this costs because if I can get one a month, I'm good, and I'll show you. Even though I hate being on camera with this crappy camera, it's like this big. See, that's my head. That's how big it is. So I mean, it's a good size. I just presented it like I was going to sell it. See, you can see it. Yeah. So, but I am going to have to get more, and not necessarily that big of a bottle of it, but I mean, if I can find that large of a bottle of it that's reasonably priced, then yeah, it is good to know it lasts 30 days. I was starting to panic. Be like, okay, maybe I'm more of a heavy smoker than I thought. But yeah, it should probably last longer than that. But the other e-liquid that I had was 24 milligrams for the nicotine, and this is 12. So it's less nicotine. Although the vape place that my daughter went to, she told them I was a heavy smoker and they gave her 12 milligrams. So I don't know. But the other stuff I had was 24. I don't know. But I'm going to need more because I'm almost done with it. Um, yeah, I don't want to get stuck with none. You know what I mean? Because I know that I have my YouTube angels that would bump me the money for cigarettes, but I have gone over 30 days. I mean, since my mom got me this for my birthday on the 22nd. So 31 days I've gone without smoking a cigarette. Um, let's see. This one is called Tobacco Naked. Oh, that's funny. That's what brand name is, Tobacco Naked. Um, and it's called American Patriots is what is on the front of it. So that's American Patriots is the flavor. I mean, I can't really taste a flavor one way or the other unless, I get some of it up in the mouthpiece thing, which doesn't happen too often. But even then, it's not horrible. When I was using the vape pen and the e-liquid would get like in my mouth, it was awful. And this actually just not too bad. So I will not lie, I do still have the craving to actually physically smoke a cigarette, but um, I've been managing not to. I mean, I don't have any, and although I held on to some money so I could do my shipping, at least a few things when I'm able to start selling things. Um, I could have grabbed a couple of packs of cigarettes or whatever. I didn't. I held off. I was a good little bear and didn't get any cigarettes. And I've just been using the vape since my birthday. So yeah. Now I don't know if naked tobacco has other flavors or not. This is just the one my daughter grabbed me from the vape place that she went to here in town, and I don't understand why they don't know how much it costs. I mean, When I buy something, I usually remember how much it was. But my mom wasn't there. If my mom had been there, she would have been nickel and diamond in price and everything because she does that. But I don't know how they did their West Coast Base Supply Company. West Coast. That means it's got to come across the country. I hope that's just a name and not a. Products on the site are intended for adult use only. Ooh, I've been on those sites before. By entering West Coast Vape Supply, you certify that you are legal smoking age. Yeah, like anybody couldn't click that. And who's going to click no? Oh, that's not a bad price. Oh, wait. You have to put in the nicotine level. All right, let's see. No, it only goes to 12. Okay, 12. How big is the bottle, though? It doesn't say. Oh, bottle size 6. Oh, wow. All right, that's actually a really flavor profile. Classic rich tobacco. This does not taste anything like a cigarette. To me, anyway. My tastes have been a little off for a couple of years, but yeah, cool. I don't actually taste anything when I'm smoking it, which is not a bad thing. It's better than having it be nasty. Cool. I'm saving that. Oh, free shipping for orders over $200. That's nice. I can't see the chat right now. I'll be there in 1 second. I just wanted to save that. Thank you, Dibble. Thank you, my Dibble. Well, I'm going to call you Tappa because I don't want to screw up your name again because I did that once already. And hello and welcome. I know it's to patios, right? But I don't want to screw it up. So I'm just going to call you Tappa. Kind of like Papa, but not. Um, yeah, Bolo, it's just, well, my system is used to nicotine. So just like anything that your system gets used to, it's you know, um, a process of getting off the addiction. But with the vape, it's easier because you can cut down on the nicotine amounts. Um, so like this comes in 0, 6, and 12, I think. Um, I think that's what it had said. I don't know. I closed it out. Yeah, I'm just gonna call him Tappa. I don't care. If you want to call me to call you something else, just let me know. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that sauce is. If it's like a Mexican sauce, I don't eat Mexican food, so I have no idea. But anyway, with the e-liquids, you can cut down on the amount of nicotine in the liquid, so you can cut back on your nicotine levels, and it kind of weans you off of the nicotine. And then it's just emotion. It's muscle memory, and like if you're when you talk on the phone, if you used to smoke a cigarette when you talk on the phone, um, you have that urge for the hand movement. So the vape thing kind of alleviates that. But cigarettes were costing me too much money. So, yeah. I should say they were costing all my friends too much money because right now I'm in an extremely bound up financial situation and my friends are awesome and they were supporting my tobacco habit and I felt bad. So, yeah, I'll eventually cut down on it. Um Not right now. I'll still get the 12 milligrams the next time, but time after that, I might cut that in half. Hey, Rhonda. And hello to you too, Rhonda. But So how's everybody else doing? Anybody have a topic they want to talk about? Besides cop watching? Good afternoon, Rhonda. I did take some pictures of the 3 rings that I've put together. I did get a whole bunch of new goodies to play with that I will be working with probably either tonight or tomorrow. Start exploring and creating some things. Of course, I did Dibby. God, I just channeled Heffrey. I did. Did you? The only things that I didn't see in the box were the little silver balls that you had shown me. Now I did not unwrap the jig thing. That's still wrapped up in a cellophane wrap, but everything else I opened up. But yeah, I was like, ooh, goody. And I love that wire, that floral wire is absolutely gorgeous. And I'm like, I would have actually worked with some things today, but my mom got me upset and I couldn't see. So yeah. But yeah, I have new things to be able to play with, and I will be doing that. But I did take pictures. Well, I took one picture of each of the rings that I'm doing. I have not put the stones in the 2 rings yet. But you can see the settings and what they look like, and I did take a picture of the little turtle that I did. Yeah, the only thing I didn't unwrap was the jig. Everything else is unwrapped and put away. Oh yeah, I was like, ooh, this goes here, this goes here, this goes here. I put everything away. I was like, doot, 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 so I know where to find everything when I need it. I'll unwrap the jig though. I was so anxious and excited to look at the metal and things that I was like, oh yeah, tool. Here, put that down. Glendale, Arizona. Arizona is so pretty. Do videos of painting high-end homes. Interesting. A lot of cops to watch in the areas that they have high-end homes. But I am gonna share. I just did that wrong. I'll get there eventually. Yep, the patina. Yep, you did. Oh, you breed birds. Nice. I'm not a big bird person, but I do appreciate them. I mean, they are really pretty. Okay. Just so everyone knows, I will be breaking the law at some point. Uh-huh. But it was inspired, so it is what it is. Because I looked up and I saw the hat that Robin had given me, and so I made this. And the ring is sterling, and the little turtle is copper. I mean, cute. I showed my mom that today, and she thought it was adorable. So, yep. It's a little tiny turtle ring, and that is a size. What size is that? Size 10. It's a size 10 ring. And let's see. Then I did this one. Which this is just, it's the setting for it. This will have a labradorite in it. millimeter labradorite, which isn't huge, but the lab has, for such a small lab, it does have a lot of flash, and this is a size 7. I just have to set the stone in it, which I will get to when I can see to be able to set the stone in it. So that one's a size 7. I wish the lab was in it already so that I could show it to you. I'll show you again once everything's done, you know. And then the last one I have a picture of is this one, which is a double setting. So, but both of those are 4 millimeter, and one will have a lapis in it, and the other one's going to have aventurine. So it's blue and green. They look really pretty together. So I just have to put the stones in that, and as you can see, it's stamped 925. Yeah. So those are a few of the things I've made, and I didn't want y'all to think I was full of shit and that I didn't actually make anything. You know what I mean? So I took pictures of the progress I have made so far. Do I have punches? What do you mean punches? I have thank you, Bolo. I have like hole punches, yeah. Not huge ones, but I have hole punches. So I can do, pendants and stuff and put a jump ring through them. Or if I'm doing a open bezel, I can punch a hole in the middle of it and then thread a saw blade through it and open up the underside of the bezel. So those are simple ones. I'm hoping I'm going to work on making something a little more intricate now that I have the sheet metal, and I can use the larger cabochons and decorate them and stuff. It's a little hard to do dap set. A dap set, I have, well, a dapping set you curve metal with. I do have that. I can curve metal. I actually have a wood dapping set and a metal dapping set. I haven't played with them too much, but I do have them. And you guys will get to see the finished product, don't worry. Thank you, Susie. Yeah, I haven't played with the metal dapping too much. But I do have it for when I want to do something that's curved. Yeah. Aw, thank you. Yeah, I actually when I told people on my Facebook that I was gonna have to get a partial leg amputation. Bye, Irene. Have a great day. I got a lot of pirate bear comments. Everybody was like, "Oh, you'll be a pirate bear," because Kodi is short for Kodiak, which of course is the largest bear aside from polar bear. So all of my friends lovingly sent me all kinds of pirate bear pictures, and this one was my favorite. And it actually was not purple, and the image was reversed. A friend of mine here on YouTube that we know and love, Dan the Answer Man, took the image and colorized it purple and flipped it for me because my amputation is on my left leg, and the bear actually, when I originally had it, the peg leg was on the right leg, so he flipped it for me so it was more accurate. And yeah, I love my Care Bear. Somebody on DeviantArt drew that, and I don't know the name of the artist. I wish I did, because I would totally have their name on there somewhere to give them credit for it. But yeah, I thought that was awesome. So that's the one I picked to use as my avatar. I use that on my Facebook too as my profile picture. Okay, Dibby, Dibble. Jeez. You know, it's in my head that he still spells your fucking name wrong, and I. Mm. Thank you, Debbie. Yeah, the stamps, metal stamps. I am always in the market for. I have quite a few metal stamps because I every time the education had a sale and I had credit built up, I was all over that. Because when you can get a $30 stamp for, you know, $10 or $8, you go for it. Uh, so I do have a lot of design stamps. I don't have too many letter sets. I have a few, but not too many. I have a lot of design stamps, and I can't find half of them. Yeah, I could have sworn that I looked into something and said, "Oh, look, all my design stamps and the wood holder and blah blah blah." And I don't know if I was dreaming or what because I have no idea what it is. Bonnie, Bonnie, thank you so much for the card. Oh my God, I got a Bonnie card um yesterday, which was the best time I could get it. It actually got here before yesterday, but it was stuck in my mailbox because my neighbor was nowhere around. But Bonnie made me a card, and I was highly depressed yesterday. I mean, horribly. Look, she made me a card. Oh, lighting. Look, it's so cute and it's poofy. It's like got little poofy things on it, and it's really cute. And thank you so much. I appreciate it. It made my day. It did. I got I got a Bonnie card and I got a Dibble present. And so for a brief moment, I wasn't, you know, in tears yesterday. It was great. So you guys definitely helped my day yesterday. Thank you so much. You're so talented. I do appreciate it very, very much. Thank you so, so much. It did. Yesterday, for anybody that is unaware, yesterday was the 2-year anniversary of John passing, of him dying. So yesterday was a very hard day for me. And yeah, so I'm still not dealing well with that 2 years later. Um, but we mushed through it, right? We do what we need to do, and it's not really much other choice, I guess. So yeah, I know the rings that I showed aren't all fancy, you know, and but I was working with limited supplies. So hopefully now I have a little more leeway because I got some sheet metal and I'll be able to work with the larger cabochons and do some decorating around them and things like that. Um, and Irene, I thought you were leaving. I mean, you're welcome to stay, but I thought you said goodbye. Hi, Mike. Irene makes some beautiful cards too. I've seen Irene's cards too. Yeah, yeah, definitely, Bonnie. You know, I try, but it's hard when when you sit all by yourself and you're stuck in your own head. Sometimes you just can't get out of it. Oh, okay. Well, all right then, Irene. You have a wonderful day. Hey, Caroline. These card ladies, man, they have like this whole language of their own. You know. Hey, toilet water. Don't think I didn't see the bananas you put in at 9:30 this morning. I did. I agree, Bonnie. Everything Irene makes is gorgeous. We won't even get into her wood burning. Mm-mm-mm. Irene's wood burnings are yummy. Oh, Annie, you like making cards too? It's very cool. I have so many beading supplies and jewelry making supplies. If I try getting in anything else, man, I will not have any place to live. My whole house will be full of craft supplies. So yeah, I refrain from starting new hobbies because, believe it or not, the metalsmithing and the metalworking started because I started beading. So it escalated. Beading was like a gateway craft, man. It was. One thing led to another, to another, to another, and here we are. I am still making the bitch ring too. As soon as I can see to be able to do the metal stamping, I am making a bitch ring. I probably will not make it out of silver. Um, Not the first one anyway, because the first one's probably just going to be for me unless someone wants to buy it. But I have pewter and I have aluminum, so I'll probably use one of those for the initial bitch ring. I don't, Bolo. I don't. I haven't really gotten too much made. I've been having some issues. Um, so I don't have a place set up that I have everything. I should actually, um well, see, once I get a decent inventory, and once I get a few things that I can sell, I'm gonna probably be doing an auction um on someone else's channel because I don't have that many subscribers. I don't know. Hey Jesse. So I don't want to post things for sale and then put them up for auction and have the conflict, that somebody might see the picture and want to buy it, yet it's currently in an auction and people are bidding on it. I try not to duplicate. I mean, things like the bitch rings or live, love, laugh type of jewelry that's pretty much, basic. So it's repeatable, but other creations are going to be one of a kind. Not a mass produced type of thing. And I have no idea where I'll eventually be able to do. Really, cat? Whole room, and you're gonna mess with her. They're currently fighting over the damn laundry basket. The silver bells. What? Yeah, I saw one said fine. Um, I saw one of them said fine silver on it. Yeah, Bolo, I do too. I like one of a kind things. And I like to make one of a kind things because then they're unique. I mean, there's some things you just can't get around. If you make a ring, just a plain band ring that has like love stamped on it, there's kind of no way around the fact that if you make another one, it's going to look the same. Yeah, you know what I mean. Um, you can add other designs to it and things like that, but with the thin band rings, um, you don't want to stamp on them too much because you'll warp and weaken the metal. So I can do a few things on them, but not too much. Hey, Darlene. But yeah, the problem I ran into is that I bought blanks, that just design metal design, either whether a circle or teardrop or dog tag shape or guitar pick or hearts or whatever. And the problem was is that the ones that I have are too small for some of the cabochons that I bought that I wanted to use. And so I'm like, well, it kind of limits my range of possibilities. And I didn't have any sheet metal, so I couldn't make the bezel, and then solder it to a piece of sheet metal, a piece of, sheet silver, and then saw it out, so that I could use the larger cabochons. But now I do have it, and so I'll be able to play a little bit more because I do have solderables and different things that I can put on there, um, to add a little bling, and I have my metal stamps and things like that. So yeah. Now I just have to clear my eyes up so they can see what I'm doing because it is not a good policy to use a torch when you can't see what you're aiming the flame at. Yeah. If you can't see what you're lighting on fire, don't do it. You know what I found difficult with the nerve pain in my hands is polishing, um, because I have to do it by hand. I do have a Dremel, and I don't know if I have any polishing wheels, but I do have a Dremel, and I'll have to see about getting that charged up. And if I did have polishing wheels, and John sold them at some point when I was not in the state. I told him not to sell my shit, and I came back, and half of it was gone. So, yay, alcoholics. Um, so because polishing by hand, it hurts to hold on to these little pieces of metal. Um, so I did get them pretty good. I got to go over them again, but yeah, it hurt my fingers trying to hold on to the tiny little rings and the thin bands. Plus the bezels edges are sharp. So when you get to a certain point, you have to hold on to where the stones are going to be. Yeah, it felt like I was putting nails through my fingers. So mm. Yeah, I don't have a flex shaft. I have a Dremel. And I did have this whole big kit. It was like 42-piece kit of the accessories for it, and it was given to me for free, and it was pretty much full. And John ended up pawning it while I was in North Carolina. So yeah, the only reason he didn't pawn my Dremel is because I had it with me. My Dremel ended up in storage for 5 years or so with all my stuff when it got stuck up there. Yeah, but I do have it, and I do know where the Dremel is because it's out in my studio. I just haven't charged up or anything. Yeah, it happens. I mean, I haven't used the Dremel all that much, so it's old. I mean, I've had it for shit, well over 10 years, but I haven't used it all that much, so the batteries haven't. It's rechargeable. Hey Brad. Hopefully it still works. That would suck if it didn't. But if not, I'll just have to figure out how to. Well, I'll just have to deal with the pain and polishing things up. You know, we deal with it. It does hurt though. It hurts a lot. But at least I have these things made for all of this time. What, 3 weeks now? I've got three things made. Go me. Hey Danny May. Um, I actually have more things made, but they didn't come out well enough for me to want to sell. So, um, yeah, I probably made like 5 or 6 things, but the other ones weren't sellable. I did finish Susanna's pendant. I just didn't bring it in my room to show anybody. um, so yeah, we'll get to playing with things more. Probably tomorrow. I don't know. My eyes are still kind of messed up today, although they're better than they have been. There have been days when I couldn't even see the chat. I mean, I couldn't read anything in the chat because my eyes were so goopy because of the eye strain. So we'll figure it out. I've been using my glasses more, so maybe that's why. And I have magnifying glasses now all over the house. I've got I've got magnifying glass and my one of my whoops in my room. The one that the battery's actually working. And then I've got I just use letter stamps and I do a K and a C. Eventually I'll get a custom made stamp done. Um, but I use a K and a C for Kodiak Creations. It's not on these rings because these rings are pre-made rings that I put bezels on and then I soldered the turtle onto. So I don't put my mark on something that I haven't put at least 50% of the work into. Yeah, Brad, my eyes were doing this before and then I got glasses and it cleared up and I haven't been using my glasses at all. Really. But yeah, eventually I mean, I do have a bear stamp. I have a like the outline of a bear. And not the Zuni bear. Well, I have that too. I have a Zuni bear and I have a regular like bear. Um I could probably use that, but I do show the pics again. Okay. Uh, I figured the K and the C is okay, you know? Uh, there's the little turtle. Little turtle, he's so cute. And I was thinking of Robin, that's why I was like I had the tab ring and that's what the style is called, is a tab ring. I don't know why, but I was trying to figure out, should I put a stone on it? Should I do this? Should I do that? And I looked up and I saw the hat that Robin had sent me, and I was like, you know what? I'm sticking a turtle solderable on that sucker. And poof, voila, turtle. So that's the turtle. And this will be the one that will have the labradorite in it, 5 millimeter labradorite. So where that big empty space is right there, that will have a nice pretty stone in it. I just haven't, like I said, I haven't set the stones on them yet. So that will have a, and the labradorite has a really good flash on it. I mean, it's only 5 millimeters. It's pretty small, but it has really nice flash on it. And I only have one of those labradorites. The other labradorite I have is either a 3 or a 4 millimeter. It's even smaller. Yeah. So that's that one. And then I have the double setting one that I did, which I didn't know if was actually going to work. I'd never done double bezels before, and so this was kind of an experiment of mine that I did, and it actually came out kind of cute. They're kitty corner to each other, so they're not directly next to each other, and I actually like that. Let's see. And this one will have a lapis, 4 millimeter stones, and we'll have a lapis and an aventurine, so it'll have the nice deep blue and then the green. So that came out nice. So yep, those are the three that I brought in and took pictures of that will be decent enough for me to sell them. If you could make a toilet ring, if you could make a toilet ring, I would pay you to mail it to Wales. Oh, that would be funny. That would be funny. Although, all we need is a little tiny solderable of a perfume bottle, and we could just label it under toilet water. So the now see the pendant that I made for Susanna. Um, I do have that stamp actually. I have an infinity stamp and I used it on something, but the solder didn't hold on the piece that I was making. And I have to sand it and then hopefully try and restamp it without creating a ghost image or screwing it up. um But I have an infinity symbol that has a little heart in it. So it's like at one point the line actually breaks, so it technically isn't an infinity symbol if the line is broken, but it has a little heart on it, and it's a cute stamp. I like it. Um, but yeah, so I will take pictures again once the stones are in them, you know. But I wanted to show everybody I am trying to make things. I'm not full of shit. I'm not lying. You know what I mean? I am actually trying to make an effort. It's just I've had a lot of roadblocks, and my own health seems to be getting in my way. Toilet water. Easy there. Quit poking the bear. I don't like it. See, Danny, I told you she's constantly poking me. You see that? Okay, Dibble. So yeah. Um, and I will be playing with the larger stones and some more stamps and different things like that. But all of that is difficult to do if you can't see. And I can only stay in the wheelchair for a couple of hours and then I have to get my leg elevated again. So I have seems like I can't get out of my own way. You know what I mean? Like other than okay, I'll come over there and you can keep toilet water over where she is and tell her quit poking me. She's so mean. Quit poking the bear. We don't like it. Thank you. We need to show toilet water what happened to that minion that pissed me off. See that? Then she'll learn. Yeah, you're a fibber. You're a fibbing little halo thief, is what you are. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt that you still have it. Well, I do have good news. The good news is I got a reprieve on that electric bill. But now I have to pay my mom the $300. But I no longer have that stress. So, right? It's on a TP roll, which is very fitting, with a bullet hole in its head, which is the best way to have a minion. Um, yeah, my mom helped me out with that, and but I need to pay her back. She did not ask me to pay her back, but I am going to pay her back because that's a lot of money, and my mom is on Social Security, although she gets 3 4 times as much as I do. But hey, Mr. Dim, um, so but the panic and the stress and the holy shit, all my food's gonna go bad when I have no power and I won't be able to eat. That stress is alleviated now, so that's one thing off my mind, which is good. Um, yeah, it is. Of course, I will be given a guilt trip every day until I pay her back. But I'll deal with that. I didn't ask her. I didn't ask her, but she called me up after she left today. She called me when she got home and was like, "Hey, give me the account number." And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Give me your electric bill account number." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Why? She goes, "I'm gonna see if I can pay it on the phone." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So yeah, very grateful. My mom, although she gets me upset, she made me cry today, and about something else, not that electric bill, but she can be kind of annoying, but she's an awesome person, and her heart's in the right place anyway, and she's helped me out more than she should have had to, you know. I wish I could do that for my kids, and I can't, and so that sucks. But yeah, I am gonna pay her back though, because that is a good chunk of money. So I'm still making the jewelry, and I'm still gonna be doing a sale. It's just not. I don't have to panic at this point over not having gotten it done yet. Um, I have a bit of a grace period, because my mom never expects me to pay anything back. I always try, and then she'll tell me, "No, no, you need your money," but I always try. Right? Hands up for annoying moms. We love you. Yeah. So, I mean, she usually says things like, "Well, I don't know what you're gonna do." I'm like, "Really, me either." I'm like, um, and she did do that today. I was like, "Yeah, that comment's not really necessary. I don't know either." Uh, you know, but I am full out grateful for my mom. I really am. I hate being in the position that I need the help. I hate it. Um, but I am still going to do the sale, and then the proceeds will go to my mom, or to the next electric bill, whichever. I haven't gotten the next one yet, so hopefully it's not as high. My heat has not been on as much as it was that that month, because that month was the cold spell where everything was like 20 degrees and my heat was just on constantly, and that's why it was $300 instead of 140, which it usually is, which I could pay. So, and it fell on a month when I had to pay my phone bill too. Otherwise, I wouldn't have any contact with my mom, and I can't deal with that. So, and neither can my mom. She'll have anxiety attacks and be going nuts. So, and I pay my phone up once every 3 months, so it was $83. Yeah, it was just bad timing for a huge electric bill. But it's all taken care of right now, and I will still be getting the jewelry made, and then I will be paying my mom back, and hopefully have enough for other bills, maybe food. That'd be nice. We'll see. So, but yeah, I have a very wide variety of sizes here, because the turtle ring is a size 10. The one that is going to have the labradorite in it is a size 7, and then the double one is a size 12. So make a nice thumb ring. Make a beautiful thumb ring. Bolo, do you know mountain trails? Do you know Mr. Jim? If you like natural stones and sterling jewelry and interesting little things like that, mountain trails is the place to go. He has amazing items and really good prices, and he does like the towers and spheres and all kinds of stuff. Plus, he gets in. I've got two poison rings from Mr. Jim. He's got some absolutely gorgeous jewelry that gets made for him, and he usually has his auctions Saturday night, and he does pop ups in various places around YouTube. Um, he's on different people's channels and stuff, but his stuff is prime quality and excellent. He also sells cabochons and things like that if you make jewelry. I've gotten quite a few, which Mr. Jim I will be able to finally play with, because I now have some sheep silver, and more bezel wire. So Kodi gonna be playing. Yay! I'm glad, Dibble, that you're gonna be here. Too bad that he's not gonna find a car, but I'm glad you'll be here. You're welcome, Mr. Jim. I love going to Mr. Jim, and they're fun. And Mr. Jim is so funny, and his granddaughter is absolutely adorable, and you hear her in the background all the time. And Miss Joni, I still don't know how she hasn't thrown, like, spheres at you, because you mouth to her a lot. You're a brave man, Mr. Jim, for sassing somebody who's got that much ammo near them, but they are an excellent team, and they have beautiful items and really good prices. So if you like any kind of natural gemstones or any of that, natural stones and crystals and As we all like to say, we like rocks. Then check out Mountain Trails Gems and Jewelry. Absolutely. Yep. Nice. I love Alexandrite. I do. It's hard to get. It's very rare. And amethyst, of course, is one of my favorites because it's purple, and I love purple. Yeah, rocks rock. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely subscribe to him and check out his auctions that he does. And it's always fun. It's always a good time. And you're in the middle sizes. It's funny because he'll have like really big sizes, and then he has these little pixie sizes that are like fours and fives and 5 1/4. And I'm like, wait, who has fingers that tiny? And then Miss Jody will try on the ring, and I'm like, oh, never mind, because she has really tiny hands. Well, thank you for stopping in, Bolo up, and come back and visit us again. 60 pounds of tumbles, nice. Use your legs. Don't lift with your back. Use your legs. Come on, Dibble, give me a subject. I need something to talk about besides rocks. Because I've been talking about jewelry for like an hour. Pick a subject. Any subject at all.
Say,
Hi, my Dibble.
hey,
All right, so pick a subject because I'm kind of stuck now.
what did you already talk about?
Jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah,
How
Toilet
about
Girl, he didn't. But sorry.
spring is coming? How about that? It's
Yes, it is.
warmer, a little bit warmer. The sun is
Yeah.
out longer, longer days already.
Did you get the rain today?
No.
Oh my God. My mom left her house at like, I don't know, around 8:30 and headed over here. I went to put the dog out. It was raining hard enough that the dog wouldn't go out. So I go to bring the dog back in my room because she's not staying out there because I don't want accidents. So she back in my room. By the time I let the dog back in my room and open up my front door to wait for my mom, it was downpouring so hard I could barely see the house across the street. And I was like, "Oh my God, if I knew it was going to rain like this, I would have told my mom to wait until tomorrow." Because she
Wow.
doesn't do well in rain. She showed up and she was soaked head to toe by the time she got in my door. But yeah,
Yeah, it just didn't come over this far, I guess.
yeah,
But we may get it tomorrow.
possible. Oh God, Darlene, 64 there today in Massachusetts. Friday, they're getting a foot of snow. See, that kind of weather extreme, I do not miss. And
It's never 64 in February up there, is it?
yeah, yeah, there have been I mean, they call it Indian summer, and it can last anywhere from a day to 3 weeks, and then all of a sudden you have snow.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, and they say in Massachusetts, if you want the weather to change, just wait a couple of minutes.
Mm.
And yeah, I don't know if people want me to make commentary about Stevens the the live yesterday. It would probably upset Danny May if I did some commentary on that. But
Yeah, let's don't.
Well, toilet water brought it up. I mean, toilet girl brought it up. That's why I said I don't know if people would want me to comment on that. So, I mean, I could, but it would probably get a few people mad at me.
I just, this is how I think that we should proceed with that. Let's give that some time. It's a
Mm,
raw wound, and let's let it scab over just a bit before we start up again.
yeah, yeah, Darlene. Any kind of grocery work or any place that sells food, it's gonna be really busy because of the word snow. Absolutely, get your bread and your milk. Yeah, yep, yep, yep. Yeah, I definitely don't miss snow. I don't. I mean, we got some here when it snowed that couple of days or whatever, but nothing major, nothing. I mean, I don't have to go out in it anyway, so it's no skin off my ass. Although I had to keep the door open for the dog, when I put her out, but she's outside for like 3 minutes and she's back in, so she doesn't linger. She does what she has to do, and then she comes back inside. Unless the dog Grapevine is going through the neighborhood, and then she has to
Why,
put
darling?
her 2 cents in. Yeah, I'd be like, no. That sucks.
So then you have to be leaving extra early because of the bad weather, and then be there extra early because of the bad weather. What?
Right? Oh yeah, darling. She's a really good girl. I mean, she Miha, you would go outside and she'd like lay out there in the fall. Oh my god, she loved cooler weather because she was double coated. So she loved it when it was cooler outside. So she'd go out there. We'd be like, okay, it's been 15 minutes. Why isn't Miha letting us know she wants to come back in? We go up and she's just laying out in the yard. And we're like, figures. But Simi is out and she's back in. She goes out, she does what she needs to do, and she comes back in. Unless, the dog Grapevine is going down the street and then she has to put in her 2 cents. And I'm like, yeah, yeah, nobody wants to hear from you. Are you done? And then she'll come running back inside. Yeah. I did see my neighbor Luke yesterday when I put the dog out. He was out there with Caesar. And it was funny because Simi doesn't even bark at him anymore, him or the dog. She's just like, oh, it's the neighbor. But let that little chihuahua come into sight, man. Simi is all over that shit. She's like, let me at that little shit. Simi holds a grudge. Why are you staring out the window, little old lady? Oh, because the neighbor's outside. Okay. Yeah, she is. She's a homebound dog. It did lighten up with the rain while my mom was here. So I let Simi out, and I'm always concerned because Simi spins. Her excited, happy self will spin in circles when she's happy or excited, and I was afraid she was going to knock my mom over because Simi comes at about knee level. So when she spins, as she takes up my mom's knee, my mom's hitting the floor. So I was a bit concerned about that. I had to tell her I had to remind her of her manners and tell her not to no jumping because she'll start to raise up and I'll be like and she'll like drop back down. Um, but she went out, she did what she needed to do, came in, ate, went back out, did what else she needed to do, and then back in my room after a few minutes. I let her visit with my mom a little bit because Simi likes company too, because she doesn't see anybody else but me either, and she loves my mom, so I let her get some attention from my mom. My mom's so funny. She uses a baby voice when she talks to my dog.
Do they have pets over at her house?
Oh yeah, yeah. There's like a half a dozen cats, and she's got 2 dogs over there. Yeah, My mom is definitely not the alpha kind of personality. She talks to Simi in a baby voice, and it's so funny because Simi laps it up. I mean, she's just like, "Yes, she loves me." It's so funny. She doesn't listen to her, but she she loves the attention. It's really funny listening to my mom when she goes to come in my room. Of course, Simi jumps down off the bed to meet her, and the cats are right there. And my mom's like, "No, no, no, sweetie, you gotta go back up on the bed," like this to the dog. And I'm like, "Yeah, Simi, get to bed!" And boom, the dog gets her back on the bed. My mom thinks it's her doing it. I'm like, "Yeah, I know." So yeah. When she does, she's like, "Hi, sweetie," in this little baby voice, and I'm just like, "Oh my god, mom, it's a dog. What are you doing?" Oh, the cute little baby. Yeah, which you can do to a puppy, but I don't know. Simi's an 8-year-old puppy, and she laps it up. Any kind of attention, Simi is all over it. She's like, "Love me, love me, love me." Right now, she's just staring out the window like the nosy neighborhood watch lady. Man, if my
Do you
window's
have
open,
do you
huh?
have neighbors that walk their animals by the house?
Um, the next door neighbor does. He takes Caesar out sometimes on leash. Usually, Caesar's just on a tie out though, and the Chihuahuas run loose. Donnie's Chihuahuas are just wherever, and then we
Oh,
have
great.
we have random dogs that just roam the neighborhood. People here, they don't understand anything about a leash law or keeping their dogs contained, which is why I need the kennel because Sydney's been attacked in our yard from wandering dogs, and if, I'm in a wheelchair. There's no way I can get in the backyard to help her if something attacks her. So that's one of the reasons I needed that kennel out there. So yeah, but yeah, occasionally I'll see Luke walking Caesar. I'll take him for a walk. Simi doesn't like random loose dogs in the yard if she sees them. Now she can only see out my bedroom window, which is to the side. Like I can, it faces my next door neighbor's house. She can't see anything out the front or the other side of the house or the back. So, but if she sees a stray dog or that damn chihuahua come in the yard, man, whew, she's all, grrr, yeah, she doesn't like that at all. And she never had a problem with Snowball, the chihuahua, and before Snowball snapped in her face. But Snowball came out of Simi's face with all teeth and snarling, and ever since then, Simi's like, "Let me have that little bitch. I'll show her snarly." All Simi wanted to do was play with her. Snowball has a bad attitude. So, and Simi really wants to play with Caesar, with the Rottweiler. She really wants to go play with him, but there's no way for them to be able to do it because the kennel is too small for us to put him in there, and I can't let her loose because she'll take off, and there's no way for me to chase her. So that's the one thing I could never train Simi out of is taking off if she's off leash. If she gets loose while she's outside, man, she's down in the next neighborhood in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, I think most of them are.
I've had a few dogs that weren't like that. My Great Dane stuck
But it's
pretty close
probably
to me.
rare that they just stick around because I think most of them, as soon as that leash comes off, they're bolting out of there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. My Great Dane stuck near me, and like I used to take him out with me to go to the mail, and he'd trump around in the woods about 20 feet away, but he never went in the road. And when I told him, "Hey, let's go back to the house," and he'd be right there with me, and he'd come back to the house. I never had to put him on a leash. And my son's dog Coco, we could have her loose, and she wouldn't take off. Um, my daughter's border collie actually went down to John's house and broke his dog out of the backyard so that they could run the neighborhood. Gypsy got loose and ran down to John's mother's house, and John was down there, and he had Max, his dog Max, with him, and Max was in the backyard, and it was fenced in like privacy fencing. I mean, like wood, and Gypsy went down there and opened the gate from the outside and let Max out. And they were running our neighborhood. Neither one of us knew it until one of the neighbors said, "Hey, I think I just saw your dog grab the water meter guy by the foot and try dragging him around." And I'm like, "What the hell?" So I went up there, and sure enough, Max and Gypsy were running around loose, and Max had grabbed the water meter guy. So
Uh-oh.
it didn't hurt him, but the water meter guy got too close to Gypsy, and Max didn't like it. So Max grabbed him by his foot and dragged him about 10 feet. Um, so I mean, I put the kids in the Jeep and we went off to grab Max, which, I mean, he wouldn't take off when we went to go catch him. So I, Kayla was walking Max back down the street. Now this is a 90 to 100-pound dog. Kayla at the time was about 9, and he's just walking with my kid. A water guy pulls up and goes, "That dog's vicious. It should be put down." I'm like, "Yeah, it looks terrifying, doesn't it?" And he's like, "It grabbed me." I'm like, "What'd you do?" And he's like, "What do you mean, what'd I do?" I was like, "Well, he must have done something because he just doesn't randomly grab people." He goes, "All I was trying to do was pat this other dog." And I'm like, "Well, that would be it. That's his girlfriend. You don't touch her." I was like, "Did he hurt you? Are you bleeding?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "Good. You're fine. Bye." And we left. I was like, thank God he didn't break skin, though, because then the dog has to be quarantined and all kinds of stuff with the health codes. And
Right?
I really hate that truck. So yeah, luckily he didn't break skin and we were able to contain the dogs again, but you know, don't touch Max's bitch, man. He does not like it at all. But yeah, she literally took off from my house. She got loose, went down to his mother's house and broke her boyfriend out of the yard so that they could run amok. Yeah, I was like, border collies are just way too smart.
It's fun to go get your friends and run all over town.
Oh, I'm telling you.
I do it all the time.
Yeah, well, you didn't have puppies 3 months later.
Mmm,
Gypsy did.
good point.
Yeah. Puppies everywhere. That dog was like a puppy factory, man. Until I got her fixed. And my daughter was not happy because I finally had enough money to get the dog fixed, or I could get Kayla something for her birthday. And I was like, okay, well, it's her dog, and she's the one complaining that it keeps having puppies in her room. So I got her dog fixed, and I said, "Happy birthday, your dog is fixed. You won't have puppies in your room anymore." And she got so pissed at me that I didn't get her a present. And I'm like, "I'm sorry, I was thinking of the health of your dog." You know, um, she got mad because I didn't get her a present. Right. See, it was her dog, so every time the dog had puppies, it had to have the puppies in her room. They had to stay in there away from the other dogs. And she
Ooh.
was complaining about the noise and the poop and just having puppies in her room all the time. So I was like, "Well, I had the dog fixed for you. Could have made you go out and get a job, kid. Earn the money to get the dog fixed, but I didn't." But apparently, I was a horrible parent because I got her dog fixed. Sorry. It was an adorable little dog, and she was that little border collie was way too smart for her own good. She was one we found on the side of the road. I thought she was dead. I was like, "Oh, look at that poor little baby got hit." We drove by and she lifted up her head and it was like I hit the brakes. I was like, "Oh my God, she moved." So John ended up not going to work that day because we stopped and the dog got up and ran to him. And I'm like, "Well, shit." So, but we took her, had her checked to see if, that she had a chip. She didn't. We had the vet put out notices to other vets in town that we found this dog, blah, 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 put in a thing with the, animal shelter that we found the dog. And the vet that we took her to said it looked like she'd been thrown out of a vehicle.
Oh my God.
Yeah. She had some road rash on her. And well, he said thrown or jumped. So hopefully she jumped. But I'm pretty much of the mind that she was thrown because nobody ever tried to claim that dog, and she was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous gold border collie. And she the vet said it looked like she had had puppies. I'm like, okay. Yeah, 2 months later, she had a whole litter of puppies, and I'm like, where the hell were you hiding these things in your head? Because like a month and a half after after we found her, I'm patting her. She's laying on her side, and I'm just patting her side, and I felt all of a sudden I felt a lump, and I'm like, oh my god, she's got cancer or something. She's got tumors or something. And then the lump moved, and I'm like, oh no, I know what that is. Yep, she was pregnant. I'm like, shit. So and she didn't look pregnant at all. And even right before she had the puppy, she didn't look pregnant. She wasn't round, nothing. And she was, well fed. We had her for a month and a half. She was eating well. She was a normal size. She just didn't look pregnant. And so I had never had a dog that had puppies. I had had cats that had kittens, but I talked to a friend of mine who bred Peruvian shepherds and was also an AQC judge. She actually did judge some shows for Westminster. And I talked to her, and she told me what to do and everything to get. And we had just gotten everything, and all of a sudden, this dog started popping out puppies like a week and a half later. I'm like, oh my god, we didn't expect it because she wasn't round. I'm like, okay, she got puppies, lots and lots of puppies. Which, by the way, border collie puppies are so fluffy and adorable, and I'm like, oh my god, yeah, they were sweet. And it's funny because she did not have, in the first litter that she had, she didn't have even one golden puppy. All of her puppies were black and white. So I'm assuming that whatever dog got her pregnant, and they looked point blank, they looked border collie. So I'm assuming whatever dog she got pregnant by was also a border collie, probably a black and white, because that's the dominant color. But then when she had puppies with Max, she had a mixture of all different golden and black and white and all kinds of things. So because Max was a bloodhound Rottweiler mix. He was a burly boy. I keep wanting to play with the rings that are sitting in front of me. Like I keep touching the little bags that they're in because I have them in those little drug bags, so that they don't tarnish up. And because seriously, polishing these things hurt my fingers so bad, and I still have to polish them some more. I keep picking up the little bags and looking at them. TG, what are you doing over there? You little wackadoodle.
She is doing nothing.
She being her. She being TG. Oh. So I've been watching old Family Feud game shows from back in the 80s with Richard Dawson.
On Game Show Network?
No, actually on Amazon Prime.
Oh.
Yeah. I was looking for Hollywood Squares because I used to love watching that show when I was a kid. Because the actors and comedians they had were so funny.
I like that Hip Hop Squares. That was good.
And but they didn't have it. So I was like, well, I like the Family Feud. Some of the answers they come up with, you're just sitting there, just shaking your head, like, oh my god, really? And Richard Dawson, of course, the kissing game show host.
Huh? He was the best. He was the best one.
He was. He was absolutely the best one. The kissing game show host. He was a dog too, man. He got in trouble a few times for having some fun with some of those guests.
Did he?
Oh yeah.
He looked so innocent.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. He about as innocent as TG.
I'm so surprised.
Oh, it's called Family Fortunes there?
Steve Harvey is very good. I love Steve Harvey.
Yeah, he's good.
I love his talk shows. I love his game shows. I love his radio shows. Love when he is on comedy movies.
Doesn't he have a new show coming out where he's a judge?
Yeah.
Steve Harvey, Judge Steve Harvey or something like that. They have him. he's not an official judge, but you have to abide by what his decision is in his. It's a whole like Judge
Yeah,
Judy
right.
thing
Who's going
over
to
this.
enforce that?
Yeah,
I'm going to go home and do whatever I'm doing before.
you are so not innocent, TG. I don't know why you think you can fib to us. You know you can't. We can tell when people are lying. But yeah, I think I saw an advertisement for that or something where he's in the position of judge and you put your case before him, even though he's I mean, like Judge Judy, Judy is an actual judge. So legally, but when you go on the Steve Harvey show, you sign paperwork, legally binding contracts that say that you will abide by whatever decision he comes up with.
And so my
GG.
point is, who is going to enforce that? Who are you going to tell? So and so didn't do
TG Dibble knows you're full of shit. Okay.
it. Yeah.
But I mean, say that you're trying to get some kind of compensation for something that somebody broke, you know. So you go in front of Steve Harvey and he says, "Yeah, this person has to pay for what they broke." Say it's like
I
$500.
sold
That
you a
person,
bad CD player, Kodi. Take me to Steve Harvey's court.
right?
And
Um,
so he rules that I have to pay you something,
right,
and I go home and I don't.
right. But then you can take it to real court because his decisions are binding because you signed an agreement saying that you would abide by what he decided.
Mm.
So you put yourself in the position of being contractually obligated to follow what he says.
The good
Of course,
thing,
if you go to real court with it, then it's going to cost way more than whatever you were supposed to compensate for me too, because I then have to pay court costs and all that shit, so it's not worth it. But yeah, from
good
the
thing I have
clips,
a money back guarantee because you were covered.
the
Don't take me to court.
the clips that I've seen, I mean, it's very humorous because Steve Harvey is funny as hell. So the clips that I've seen from that show are funny. I forget what network it's supposed to be on. I don't remember, but it looks funny. And I mean, the contestants can get away. Well, not contestants, but the people that are going into court can get away with a little bit more than you would be able to get away with Judge Judy, like verbally.
Scarlett, Scarlett, did you hear Kodi earlier calling me Dibby?
I did. I did. I channeled to Heffrey and called her Dibby.
2 or 3 times. She
Yeah,
said Dibby.
I have no idea. My
What?
brain was skipping. You know what it was? I was trying to say Dibble and Debbie at the same time, and I got
She
Dibby.
said Dibby.
I did, and I apologize because I did not mean to say that.
I mean, what the hell?
I know. Well, you know what? I was trying to say Dibble,
I
right?
don't care.
But I was looking at my chat and I saw Debbie. So it translated to Dibby in my head and came out my mouth. I don't know. I'm like, okay.
Right? I call her everything, so I guess it's all right.
Uh, I've been, for a 4-letter name, okay, I have gotten so many different spellings on it. It's not funny. I just roll with it. I'm like, yeah, okay. But I did like 3 or 4 times said Dibby instead of Dibble or Debbie.
You did. Wanna
I
get
did.
you.
I did. I was like, ugh, brain not functioning, system overload.
So I have a lot going on lately, but I'm not going to talk about any of it.
You're such a
Fuck
tease.
y'all.
I love
No, I
you.
went out to Walmart the other day and I got a really cool new thing.
Mm,
And it is edging that is made out of like um recycled rubber. And it comes in like 4 feet long lengths.
okay.
And you tap it down and it's made like a no, not like a 90-degree angle shape.
Uh-huh.
for edging around, and it's pliable, so you can shape it.
Interesting.
Very, very cool because I hate all the other choices of edging, and my whole place, except for one little area, has all concrete curbscapes
Mm-hmm.
and around all my landscaping, and so there's one area I always have washout from my mulch,
Mm-hmm.
and so I bought me some of that stuff. I'm gonna try it out this year. I'm
I hope
really
it works.
excited. I told everybody through all through Walmart, all the way to the checkout, like stopping people. I'm like, check this out. Oh my gosh, this is a new thing. I'm gonna try it out. I was very, very excited.
I can see all those people going home and go, some crazy lady stopped me in Walmart to tell me about this edging
I
shit that I don't give a
know
damn
they
about.
did. And they probably said that crazy short lady. That little bitty lady, did y'all see her? Oh my god. Because I'm not
Bagora,
even 5 foot tall.
There was a leprechaun in Walmart. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Oh, Victoria's in her damn accent thing this morning, man. Oh,
Now that one was a good one.
no, it wasn't.
Well, the other ones were worse.
Well, that's
I
true.
love the Southern Belle one, but I
I
think
like
it's
her
the
Southern one.
English one. The English one is not as good as the Australian one.
She doesn't do Australian very well either. And this is what I sent Victoria. I'll show you what I sent her. This is what I sent her in messages when she did that accent.
No, no,
Yep.
no.
My ears are bleeding. My ears are bleeding.
It
Poor Victoria.
was good. And listen, the English one is not the best one.
No, her Irish one isn't good either. And she keeps messing up the Australian one because it's so similar to English that she kind of garbles them together. But yeah,
I,
I don't
lo-
know.
I love her so much.
I do too, and she does try, and she has fun with it, and that's the best part of it, you know.
Yes.
But
Oh, we're gonna give her a hard time in person about the Todd thing. Oh my
oh
god,
yeah,
I just sold something. I
yay!
can't believe it. And they paid full freaking price. Yay. I got robbed because I don't get the sound of the cha-ching while I'm on the StreamYard.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hold on, cha-ching.
Cha-ching!
There you go.
Full freaking
Oh,
price.
TG, she'll get you for calling her that.
Oh no, they didn't. They took my offer. Crap.
Huh.
I offered them 1, 2, 3, 4. 12.34 on 222.
You have a really pretty ring on your eBay.
Do I? What is it?
Hmm. Well, you have two really pretty rings. The Native American ones that you have the lapis inlay, and then the other one, which I think is turquoise. They're really pretty.
They're really small size, aren't they?
Yeah,
I think
they
one of
fit.
them is maybe a size 9 or something. I don't know what that one is. That one is the heart ring, I think. I don't know. I have so much. I have like 85 pounds of jewelry, and why am I so dumb that I buy jewelry from people? Like I spent almost a solid year buying blue boxes, and then I would barely get enough time to process it, and then buy another one. I was buying like 3 at a time, and then they took it down to 2 at a time, and oh my god, I just have so much stuff. It's not even funny.
Yeah, the vintage sterling silver turquoise chip inlay Navajo ring is a size 7, and then
Oh, that wedding band thing?
and then the Mexican lapis is channel ring
Yeah.
is a size 8. Yeah, both of those fit on my pinky.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the eBay card I have is not enough for those. So I'm like, shit.
Don't you spend that at my store? I mean, at my stuff. I don't even have a store. You buy what you need. That was to get what you need. Silver stuff or whatever it is. You just get all the buy cigarette stuff.
You can get that on eBay.
I don't know, maybe.
I don't know if I would
Probably
trust you.
because it's not really tobacco, is it?
Well, it's nicotine. So I don't know if I would trust getting e-juice from someone on eBay. I'm because they're not regulated, you know what I mean? So anything could be in it. I'm a little leery of that.
You know what, Scarlett? She might not have seen that comment.
Oh, you can guarantee Victoria saw the comment. She's not going to answer anything about Todd and how big he is. Because she did tell him that that came up, and then she faux pod, and he was not overly pleased. So she won't really discuss that anymore. Besides that, it's none of your business, TJ.
Well, she already told us.
I know.
Teeny weeny.
Poor Todd. Well, actually, I should say
he
poor Victoria, but
he is so funny,
he
and
is.
he has the best time with her, and he doesn't hold any of that stuff against her. He is really fun.
Yeah, I loved his Purple Minion impersonation in the car when they were going to New Orleans. Because the Purple
I
Minions are the only ones I
I
like.
met his parents. We had dinner together.
Oh, that's cool.
We met over at Broadway at the beach, this little um, touristy place,
Hmm.
and we had we had dinner at Margaritaville.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Todd's mom is so funny, and they drink.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
well, now that I discovered I have that duo thing on my phone, we'll have to do the duo thing while you're in Florida.
Yes, yes. And I'll just be like, Cody's right here in my pocket.
I'll be like, "Boo, bitches! I see you. I can hear you." That'll be cool. It'll
Yeah,
almost be like it'll be like being there.
it will be there. You will be there.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Yeah,
So,
this even if I had transportation and I had the money to go, I still wouldn't be able to go because I have nobody to look after my animals. So, and I don't trust anybody really with Simi. Every time I have left Simi with somebody, this except for John and my son, and even now my son would be iffy. Um, every time I've left Simi with somebody, she's gotten injured. So
well, Donna and Nana both have to leave their dogs with somebody.
yeah, but every time I've left Simi with anybody, she's gotten hurt. So I won't do that.
Well, you remember what happened to Cajun last time when he went to Florida?
Yep.
Uh, let's not talk about it.
Yeah. So I don't leave Simi with anybody. I mean, I when I went into the hospital, I didn't have a choice. But my son was living with me at the time, so he
Oh my
was right
God,
there.
both Cajuns. I just realized it was both Cajuns.
Hmm. Yeah.
Johnny, last time he went on vacation and he came back and he lost a family member.
Yep.
Mm. Well, I have just gotten over owning a cat that I couldn't leave my house because my damn cat. She had so many issues, I just don't even know where to start, but I could never leave.
Yeah.
So I was stuck here until she died. And I had her put down last year, and she had cancer in her head somewhere. And she had, um, well, anyway, I put her down, and I've been wanting to go somewhere ever since.
Yeah.
And stupid COVID. And then my mom getting sick, and then everything. Can't ever leave. I'm ready to go, though.
Yep. And now you're gonna go.
And I better be able to go.
Well, if you're able to go and you're able to have a drink or whatever, have one for me. I don't
And
even.
that's one thing Nana Tink said, we are definitely drinking. If we don't have to drive, we're drinking.
Well, have one for me
And they'll
because
be wanting to drink tequila, so I don't know. I don't,
I don't do tequila. I don't like it.
well, isn't okay, I'm weird. I used to work in a bar a long time ago, and it was on the backside of a liquor store, and I don't know. And don't they call that liquid panty off? Makes you take your panties off.
Yeah, yeah.
Tequila
They
means you're gonna get some tonight. I think that something like that.
yeah. My friend Rose used to. I mean, she loved tequila, and
Scarlet, she's good.
the expression was always one tequila, two tequila, three tequila floor. But with Rose, it was one
Oh
tequila, two
no.
tequila, three tequila, clothes on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Oh, her mom is great as long as you keep the baking soda and the goo gone away from her.
Yeah. Like that was an off day, and I don't think her brain was working very good. But
Yeah,
here's what happened.
we all have these
So
days.
she comes. I'm outside on the back patio talking to Cody on the phone, and my mom comes out there looking for me, and she needs some help. And apparently turned out the remote had stopped working, and she thought that the batteries something happened to the battery thing in the back, and so I'm still talking to Cody, and the next thing I know, I come through, and she's got goo gone and baking soda down in the battery pack. Hello, Papa Smurf.
Hey, Papa Ron.
And so I had to fix that.
Oh my God, what was so funny is I'm talking to Dibble, right? We're out, she's outside, and I hear her mom come out, and Dibble's like, "Well, I'm on the phone. I'll fix it in a minute." And her mom goes, "Well, does the person you're talking to know how to fix it?" And Dibble was like, I know how to fix it. Just give me a minute." And the next thing I hear is, "What are you doing?" Like, she's like, "Hold on a minute, Cody." I'm like, "Okay." And then I
Because
hear
first I
banging.
got her something to watch on TV where she didn't have to use her remote.
And then I hear banging, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" And she goes, "Fixing the remote." I'm like, "Well, if you keep hitting it like that, it's not going to work." She goes, "I have to get the baking
Well, and
soda
that
out
took
of
a
it."
long time for me to get that stuff out of that battery pack.
Oh my God, it was so funny. I mean, just hearing it from my side was just hysterical.
Well,
Oh, Papa Ron says he has a bottle of tequila.
that retro.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, because
That
what
was
I'm thinking about drinking tequila down there is, and not unless like there's um not at a work event. I don't want my panties off, right?
Hey, Dave. Well, the meetup is not going to be a work event, so you'll be fine.
Yeah, but no,
Although I don't know if I want my panties up around some of these resellers, man. They're kind of
right?
crazy, crazy fuckers.
Be wearing them on my head.
My friend Rose found her bra on the ceiling fan when she's like, "I woke up, my bra was on the ceiling fan." I'm like, "This does not surprise me." Now, see, I've never had tequila in something. I don't like tequila shots, like tequila straight. I won't go near it. But I've never had it like because I mean margaritas are made with tequila. I've never had a margarita. I've had a daiquiri.
Ron,
I love strawberry daiquiris.
did you get my
Yeah,
email, Ron?
TG, that is true. Ron, did you
If you
get her
want,
email?
if you want to send me that necklace, you have to get my address.
Yes, he asked if you're coming to pick it up.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be going to Florida in the opposite direction.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I love daiquiris, man. Whew. And Bahama Mamas are my weakness, though. I absolutely love Bahama Mamas. That's my signature drink right there.
Oh, it depends on the the people that I'm going to be drinking with.
Yeah.
I like shots of wild turkey,
Huh.
but I that's not always a convenient drink if I'm out somewhere. So sometimes in a bar or a restaurant, I will get like a White Russian
Yeah. See, I don't.
or a salty dog. I still like a good salty dog.
Yeah. My mom's drink. I remember when we went to restaurants and stuff. My mom would always get a grasshopper.
And
And
back in the day, we used to drink hurricanes.
when I was little, I thought she was actually drinking liquid grasshoppers, and I would get so grossed out, going, "Ew, mom, you're drinking grasshoppers," you know. But I remember her always, and they're just these mint green drinks, and I was like, huh. But yeah, my mom always got grasshoppers.
Take the long way around. It would be a long. It wouldn't. Um, I've got a few things to do once I get back home from this Florida trip, so it would be after that.
Yeah, what used to irritate me is when I'd go to a bar that didn't know how to make a freaking Bahama Mama. I'm like, do you have a bartending book? Because it should be in there. I'm like, hell, don't all bars have the bartending book back there just so they can make it?
Or
They don't know.
Google. Google it.
Yeah, well, back in the day, there was no Google. Okay. Mm. There was barely cell phones, let alone smartphones. So, hey, Wes. But I solved the problem though because I was at this bar and he's like, I don't know how to make that. And I'm like, but that's what I want. I was already, and because we had just come from another bar in time to make last call or so at this bar from 30 miles away. But anyway,
Wild turkey, salt, and a dog to keep. Oh yeah.
so I was like, do you want me to come back there and make it? Because you have everything we need to make it. You just don't know how. I was like, I can tell you how to make it. He goes, he's just looking at me. He's like, it's last call, right? I'm like, great. I'll come back there and make it myself. He goes, feel free. So I went behind the
Well,
bar and made
I
my own
also
damn
like some apricot brandy. Yum. Oh.
I went back there. I made my own damn drink, and it was funny because there were people that were like, "Hey, can you make me something to do that?" And I'm sitting back there making drinks. I don't work there, and he tried to take all the tips that people were giving me. I was like, "Fuck you!" I was like, "I don't work here. I ain't giving you shit." I was like, "It's not my fault you didn't know how to make the drink."
Okay, Bobby, I'll drink the beers if we're like at the pool or at the lake or somewhere where I can have beers straight from the ice chest.
Yeah, I've never been big with beers. Oh, Wes, really? You're the only one today.
Oh no. Uh-oh.
Wes, love you, but nope. Um, I'm not real big on beer. I can drink beer if I've got like Southern Comfort shots or something with it, but I don't like the taste of beer. So
I like beer.
not a not
I
a big
like
fan of
draft beer and I like bottled beer. I'm not really crazy about this IPA stuff. I don't know. My sister will only drink it. I don't even know. No. I'm just no. I do like
it.
some dark beer.
I will say I've never had Guinness, so I don't know if I like that or not. Like I've never had, the stouts or anything, so I don't know if I like those. But I mean, I drink Budweiser, and there was another Budweiser variant that I liked, um, Budweiser Select or something. But I mean, after the third beer, I don't really taste it anymore, so I'm fine with it. But getting up to that point, it's kind of like, ugh. I just don't like the taste.
Usually that list is pretty short. Now it's coffee and water. Maybe some NyQuil.
Oh, John was such an asshole to one of my friends at the bar across from Dunkin' Donuts, which is where we hung out. Tavern Under the Bridge in Lowell, Massachusetts. And we're all hanging out over there. John was just getting introduced to the sea beer crew. And this one guy was being a dick to him. He was being an asshole to him for no reason, which was pissing me off. And the guy's drinking this drink, and so he's mouthing off to John. And he's just, I'm actually very surprised with the liquor that was in John at the time that he didn't punch him in the face. But he goes, "Hey, can I see you drink for a minute?" And the guy was drunk enough to hand it to him. John took it, drank it, and handed him back the empty glass and goes, "Okay, thanks," and walked away. And the kid's just standing there holding this empty glass and like, "Well, you asked for that one," and I walked away. Yeah. It did not pay to piss John off while there was booze around. I am surprised he held his temper though. Later on,
Bobby, are you serious about only drinking one dark beer? Is it because it's heavy? It is heavier.
Yeah, see, I've only had like Budweiser, Bud Light, Select or whatever it was.
I do way better with liquor.
Heineken. I've had Heineken, Corona. I tried Miller, and the Miller that I tried was horrible. I couldn't even. I took one sip of it, and I was like, "Nope, get this away from me."
Well, I'm just not thirsty enough to be able to stick with the beer to get the buzz.
Yeah.
So I need it a lot faster than that. If it's the buzz part. But, not every opportunity is just about the buzz,
Right. Yeah, Bobby, it depends on the social setting that I am in as to how my mood will flow. Depending on what I'm drinking, it doesn't really matter. If I'm buzzed, it doesn't matter if it's liquor or beer. If someone pisses me off, I'm roundhousing someone. But if everybody is happy and go lucky and if everybody is up and having a good time, then I am fine. But the minute somebody gets in my bubble and pisses me off or fucks with one of my friends when I'm drinking, doesn't matter what I'm drinking, I'm roundhousing somebody. Somebody's gonna die. You know what I mean? Somebody is gonna be knocked the fuck out. And I can flip from mood instantly. I mean, I call all alcohol liquid stupid because that's what happens when you drink it. You get stupid. TG. So, but I only social drank. I don't drink by myself. I did get wine coolers when my son and I got the other house. I got a 4-pack. They were actually the Seagram coolers. They were watermelon. They were pretty good. But it was a 4-pack and it lasted me 6 months because I don't drink by myself. But I got them because I was away from John and I knew he couldn't drink them. So it was kind of like my little, haha, I can do what I want now type of thing, My teenage mentality going, you can't drink my booze. Because
I wonder if they can deliver boxed wine.
my mom got in trouble with box wine.
Why?
Because she drank too much of it.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. When my oldest daughter was born, she was 3 months old, about 3 months old. My mom and my dad were fighting a lot, and there was a new box of wine in the fridge every single day. And there was, and I didn't realize
like my neighbor.
I didn't realize how bad it was at one point because until finally after 3 months after having the baby, my friend Jody had asked me to go over to her house for a little while. So I asked my mom if she'd watch the baby. Baby was just supposed to be sleeping, should not have woken up. 3 months old, she was sleeping through the night, blah blah blah. And my mom's like, sure. So I was like, cool. So I was escaping the house, between the baby and the parents. I was losing my mind. So I was going to get to go out for a few hours, and I got all ready. I got dressed and did what I did. Back then I did makeup, so I had my face on and all that. I come upstairs, and my mom had just gone and picked up my child, which did not need to be picked up at the time, and she almost dropped her. And I caught her. She literally, like, one end let go, and my daughter, luckily, was not her head that was going to hit the floor, but she still would have bounced, And I caught her, and I looked at my mom. My mom was kind of weaving, and I'm like, okay, I'm not going anywhere. And she's like, why? I'm fine. I'm like, no, you're not fine. You're drunk, and you're not watching my child while you're drunk. And she's like, I'm not drunk. You can't get drunk from wine. And at that point, I was like, okay.
Oh,
I'm like, my mom seriously thought you couldn't get drunk from
newsflash.
wine.
Yes, you can.
I'm like, okay, I'm not going anywhere. So I had to call Jody, tell her I wasn't going to be there, and put the baby back to bed. Took my mom upstairs and put her to bed, to which she tried to take her Valium. And I'm like, no. And I took her pills away from her. I need those to sleep. I'm like, trust me when I tell you, you are not going to need these to sleep. And you are not having some kind of overdose because you have alcohol in your system. I'm fine. Yep, go to sleep, mom. And the next day, I told her what she had done. She's like, no, I didn't. I was like, no, no, no. Your bubble is not working today. Yeah, the correct answer was boobs, Wes. I was like, your bubble's not working today, and you're not going to deny this. I'm telling you right now, you were drunk. You've been drinking too much wine. You could have hurt your granddaughter. I was like, and you almost overdosed because you were going to take your anti-anxiety medication, which back in the day was Valium, with alcohol. I'm like, you could have died. So no. I was like, either you stop your drinking or you never watch your grandchild, because I'm not putting her in that position. And my mom actually stopped drinking wine that day. So I was like, if you don't believe me about the wine, and she's like, you can't get drunk. I'm like, don't give me that crap. I was like, you can absolutely, wine is alcohol. You can absolutely get drunk from it. I was like, if you don't believe me, ask your doctor. And I don't know if she did or not, but she never bought any more boxed wine.
How did I miss the boobs thing?
Oh, that's what Wes got timed out about. He said it's either boobs or banana poops. So yes, the correct answer was boobs.
Oh, I knew that. Boobs is the answer for everything.
I'm not a freedom Nazi. I'm a grammar Nazi. Get it right. And there are no rights here. This is my chat. Okay, it's Kodi's rules. Wes, you didn't see the law breaking I'm going to be doing, did you?
There was a freedom Nazi?
Yeah, apparently it's me, because I've timed him out because he put banana poops in my chat. I'm the freedom Nazi.
Weird name.
I've suppressed his right to express his banana poopism. Wes, look what I made. I'll show you.
What's up with the bananas anyway?
Banana poops. Minions. That's what I call minions. Wes, see what I made? It's a turtle.
So how did you do the turtle?
Well, the turtle is a solderable. It's a little itty bitty tiny turtle, and then I soldered it onto the ring blade.
Like applique?
Yeah, only metal. Yeah, it's actually hollow underneath. I was like, I did use a little too much solder. I have to watch that with the paste solder. It's hard to judge how much you need, but because it's hollow, it has to spread so that it touches all the edges. So there is a little bit of silver on his feet, but he still looks cute. It's so cute. He's so tiny. Little tiny, tiny turtle. Yeah, it was Robin inspired. Yep. Thank you. Show you. And I have more of those solderables too. And I have, let's see, I have little hearts, I have chevrons, I have diamonds, which could also be squares. Depends on which way you solder them, or if they move while they're being soldered. Whichever way they end up, it's on purpose. I have seashells. I have, did I say starfish? I have starfish. What else do I have? I thought I had bees, but if I do, they are with the other stuff that I can't find, because I could have sworn I had little tiny bees.
I could have sworn I sent you those little dots, so I hope that you find them.
I hope so too. I mean, I've unwrapped everything. except that jig that had the little pins in it, the pins that go in
Hmm.
it. And I have
Okay,
those.
it could be wrapped with those pins.
Well, the pins were loose in a bag.
Yes, and there was not another bag.
Uh-uh.
Hmm.
uh-uh. So they could be wrapped. They could be wrapped in the cellophane with the jig. That's the
Yes,
only.
look before I start digging around.
Yeah, I will. I'll look when I go back out there because that's the only thing I didn't unwrap. Although hacking through all that cellophane was crazy. It was very well wrapped, Dibble. Definitely tell you're a reseller.
Well, I was on the phone with you
Yeah,
when
I
I was
know.
wrapping
I know.
it.
But it was better than tape. So kudos.
It was.
Yay.
What?
Yeah.
I saved a lot of tape using that stuff.
Yeah, I believe it.
Hmm.
And the bubble wrap will come in handy too.
Hmm.
I was like, oh, look, she added to my hoard of bubble wrap. Woohoo.
I had to shove it in there just to keep it.
That was the whole box of goodies, and I was like, woohoo. And that one sheet is really thick. I was like, ooh,
Yep.
that's gonna be fun to play with. I definitely have to use the saw for that. I won't be able to use shears with it, but luckily I have a saw. I only have 5 saw blades, but hopefully I'll get through it.
Well, don't try to use that for blanks. Use that narrow sheet for blanks.
Yeah. So I'm all kinds of
That'll make
excited.
a thick cuff and stuff like that.
Yeah. I'm all kinds of excited because now I have more room to play with. Makes because
Yes, I
some of the
do.
some some of the cabs I have will fit on the blanks that I have, but there's no room around them to put anything else. And I want to kind of be decorative and put like little solderables or metal, stamp designs or something in. I'm not able to do that on the stuff that I have. So now I can do that. I have more space, with
I
the
send good packages, Wes.
yeah, she sends real good packages, lots of goodies. Goodies, goodies.
Hmm. I'd like to send them like if um I would like to receive them. So try to make it awesome.
So at some point in the future, I will have to make Dibble something. I don't have a goose stamp. Um,
Don't send it. Don't
I,
do a
I don't
goose.
have I don't have geese or ducks. I
No,
have
no.
sea, I have sea glass though. I could make something with a piece of sea glass on it and like a
Um,
beach theme. Do
I'm
you like the beach?
simple. I like squares and circles.
Squares and circles. Okay.
Hmm.
And you like the beach, right?
Hmm.
So I can do something with a beach theme. Oh, Mr. Jim just
You don't have to do anything for me.
but I will.
Well, you don't have to because I know that you need to do other stuff first.
Well, yeah, but it will still get done.
Okay.
Mr. Jim is live. Huh. Oh, hi,
Everybody's
Mr.
live right now.
Mr. Jim is doing a let's talk about Chit. Come on in. So, alrighty then.
I was already talking about it,
I know, right?
right? And the link was at the top. So,
Yeah. Sandy's going to be going live, making jewelry for an auction. I know she made something. She made 14 karat gold pendant with a turquoise. She finished that up yesterday, or was working on that yesterday. She's going live in a few minutes. And let's see, Lydia is doing her sale right now. Nana Tank and Victoria's still on. Johnny's still on. And Flipping Crazy is doing a first dibs jewelry sale on a 26-pound mystery box. Lots of stuff going on today.
well, I just bought a couple of pairs of glasses yesterday or day before, whatever day it was, and I need to not spend so much money.
Yeah. You got to save up your money for your trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that part, my everything's paid for. I need to pay for gas and stuff.
Yeah.
I've already got
Glasses.
that covered.
Yeah.
I already got it covered. I'm
gas
not
and
at all ready. I mean, I don't have anything packed, or I have no ideas what I'm wearing. I'm so not ready.
clothes might be helpful.
I was thinking I could do one of those, like Diane Gilman outfits where you just wear one outfit for 5 days. Not really.
Toilet girl, a
Yeah,
bikini. No.
a bikini. We'll be in Florida, and it might. Hopefully, it'll be really warm. But I've got a feeling it will be raining. I hope not, but I haven't seen the extended forecast. I'm just hoping, though, it will be not raining.
Yeah, I hope you guys are able to get out and do some stuff and have fun, because I have to live in your pocket with Duo and I want to go places.
Yes.
Hey, Wes, I had that sticker on my Firebird.
You know, she said it's only like 5.5 hours to Jacksonville, and she said that the place is like an hour closer to me.
Hmm.
So it's only going to be like 4.5 hours.
There you go. See, when I lived in Florida, I was just outside Jacksonville. I was in Middleburg and I was in Orange Park. So I think it was about 45 minutes away from Jacksonville. That's where I lived there for a year. Yeah. Wes, I had ass or grass. No one rides for free. I had that sticker on my Firebird. That's
Well,
one of
what
the
if you have
stickers.
all three, ass, gas, and grass?
Then you get to ride for free for the whole damn week.
Does that mean I control the radio?
No. But you can put your window down.
Cool.
And you can just sit in the front.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's
Yeah.
go.
That was one of the stickers that blew up on my Firebird, the back window, the back hatch of my Firebird when it caught on fire. That and my dip me in honey and throw me to the lesbian sticker.
Ruh-roh.
I was so upset that that sticker blew up. My husband got so much flack when he drove my car and it had that sticker on it because they were like, "Oh, you pig."
Let's
Me, I got,
go.
"Hey, baby." When people read the sticker, and him, he got, "You're a pig."
Well, the boobs are all up in there, Wes. I'm in that radio. I'm telling you. I like that control of the radio. It's so important.
Yeah, if you have all three, you get a round trip. That's right. I'll take you there and I'll bring you back.
All right. It's a deal. Let's do it. Where are we going? I don't
and
even care. Let's just
and
go.
Wes, I didn't need anybody to throw boobs in because I have my own. I can play with them anytime I want.
Anytime. I'm doing it right now.
Woohoo! You
Yeah.
too. You too, huh?
Yeah. You too.
What Wes doesn't know, Papa Ron's about to have a heart attack. We need to be careful.
Ow. Ow.
Be careful where you pinch. Damn.
Right.
We got to remember we have older men here, so they could potentially have heart issues from this kind of talk.
He could have bigger boobs than me.
Who, me? Mine are double D's.
Mine are triple T's.
Well, you win.
I never knew that was a size until Larry Stash told me. Triple
Mm.
T's, and I figured it out. That was what I was this whole time.
Hmm. I
Teeny
told John
tiny
once.
titty.
I told John once. I was like, "Yeah, I need to go shopping for bras," and he was like, "Oh, is Omar the tent maker in town?"
I do, Rod.
There will be no tuna in Tokyo. Okay. I actually watched that movie that's in that Tune in Tokyo thing. I watched that Girls Just Want to Have Fun the other night, and the kid does the Tune in Tokyo and gets whacked by the girl.
Yikes.
But yeah, it was so funny. I told John, I was like, I need new bras. He goes, oh, is Omar the tent maker in town? I was like, you asshole. Aw. Yeah, he used to get so mad when Issa wouldn't wear a bra, and she looked at him and she's like, well, you don't care if Kodi wears a bra or not. He goes, one, Cody's not my wife. Two, Kodi doesn't wear a bra because they hurt her back, not because she wants all the guys to stare at her tits. That is what you want. So go put a damn bra on. John did not mince words. But she did. She'd purposely take her bra off and then go outside and do stuff. You know?
Oh.
I'm like, look, you little hoe. You realize you're married, right? And he's home? What are you doing? That girl. She still hasn't messaged me or let me know if she actually got married or not. Last I heard, she was supposed to get married in December. I haven't heard from her, so I don't know if she got married. Don't you love how men like to tell us about boobs? Really, Papa Ron?
Hmm.
Mine are plenty sensitive. Thank you.
And I can't feel a thing.
Damn, that chihuahua's going crazy. My dog is not happy. How do we always get on the subject of boobs? Oh yeah, Wes. Rhonda was here. She's not. I don't know if she's lurking or not. She was here. She was talking to a guy about cop watching.
I got better things to do. Sorry. Even when I'm on here, I'm doing something else.
Yeah, Papa Ron, I know it's called foreplay. I fell asleep once because a guy took a half an hour on one boob. So I fell asleep, and then when I woke up, I kicked him out because he was still on that boob. Yeah, I'm that kind of person. Nope, you're boring. Get out. Um, but women know we don't. To have a guy tell us about boobs is funny. Hey, Thomas, how's everything down under, mate? I watched. I mentioned that I was watching the Family Feud, right? There was a family from England that was there, and they actually won quite a few times the grand prize thing. I think they won like 3 times in a row. Um, it was
Hey,
so
Thomas.
funny because, of course, with Family Feud, when they do the polls, they do them in America. I was very wet, and so all the answers are based on Americans' answers. The people from England got more correct answers than the people from America about history and different actors and things like that. I'm like, well, I guess Americans don't pay as close of attention as they should.
For
Maybe not.
American history stuff?
Yeah. Yep.
Because Americans are dumb?
Yeah. Because we just
Of
don't pay
course.
attention. But it was pretty cool. It was funny because I mean the one it was funny because it also gives you a little insight on what other people from other countries think are normal for America. Because one of the questions was what drink do Americans is Americans' favorite drink? And one of the British people said vodka, which was interesting, and another one said beer. Nobody said Coke, was the correct answer, but yeah, it was funny that they picked booze as Americans' favorite thing to drink. So yeah,
Mm.
it's interesting to see the other perspective. And then
I
they
would
had
have said beer. Sorry.
yeah, then
I would have got it wrong too.
they had a question, and the Americans actually won the little toss-off thing at the beginning when they ask the initial question and you have to hit the buzzer thing. The Americans got the right answer first, so they got to play, and it was funny because the Brits would have gotten this completely, and they did end up winning it because the other team got 3 strikes, but it was words that are exclusively used in England,
Hey, Thomas.
like chap or something like that. And it was funny because the Americans did pretty well, but the English people didn't even have to sit there and confer over it. They and they did win it. It was funny. I was
I
like,
had
now
a hamburger tonight.
there's a question that's definitely oriented towards the contestants, Americans like pizzas and burgers. Yeah, we do. We do because they're bad for us and they're convenient. That's why. Yeah. Good old American cowboy. Armageddon. The Russian cosmonaut. The other quote that I like from that guy on Armageddon is Russian parts, American parts, all made in Taiwan. And then he beats the crap out of the thing and it starts. And he's like, I want to go home. Just kick it. It works no matter what nationality it is. TG,
Am I making too much noise?
TG, that could be taken so wrong. Yeah, you're
Off her
making noise.
fingers.
You're making
Is
noise.
it too much noise?
What are you doing over there?
I'm wrapping up that thing I sold.
Oh, okay.
I'll
Get
quit.
the kids ready for school. It's morning over there in Australia. Tomorrow morning.
What's the future like, Thomas? What's going to happen?
Yeah. I don't know if I got people moving into that empty house or if they're just the neighbors are all piling up over there. I got people walking all over my neighborhood. This is what happens with nice weather. Everybody comes out of their houses. They're all outside. They all make a crap ton of noise.
Well, you
And
know
then
what? We've all been stuck in our damn house. We're ready to get the hell out of there.
I've been stuck in my house for 2.5 years. I'm ready to get out too, but Simi just spotted that damn chihuahua. She over there going, grrr.
What? What? Papa Smurf, where are you going?
Papa, run. Don't make us cry. You can't leave.
And don't threaten us either by quitting YouTube.
Yeah. None of that. I find it
that.
ironic that he complains about everything else, but has not complained about not being in Victoria's chat anymore. He hasn't cried about it once that I've seen.
Can we just stick on that Jeffrey subject for a little while because this is very upsetting. Why is he not being more of a problem? I expected a lot worse. What in the hell is going on? It's like he just grew up all of a sudden. He got one email from Victoria, and then now nothing at all. He's not even. We got nothing. We have nothing to talk about.
Which should prove to everyone that now that he's broke character, that he was all full of shit in the first place. He occasionally does the same, thing, but now all of a sudden he had a great weekend. Didn't he go to a funeral this weekend?
Yes.
But he had a great weekend.
Weekend with his family, and now they're gone.
Yeah.
Goose, you need to stop being at my back door.
So he broke character. He is. TG, I agree. I've been saying that. He because his normal pattern of behavior would be him crying about not being able to be in Victoria's chat and having his feelings hurt. That would be what he normally does, and he hasn't done it. So yeah. Leopards don't change their spots that quick. Whoop, lost Dibble. She bounced. Boing, boing, boing. So I don't know, but yep. Nothing really ran about there. So Yeah, TG, it's coming out. A lot of people are full of shit lately. All kinds of shit going around behind the scenes that we're learning. Aw, gooses.
Right at the door.
Look at that pretty goose.
It's like
Does,
pooping right at the door.
does the goose want food or something?
Yeah.
Or just company?
She's like, come on, lady. Can you see all that?
Yep.
Yard full of birds.
I love your backyard.
I gotta clean.
That's
Gotta
cool.
do some cleaning. Power washing, painting.
Poor Papa. Cabin fever is bad enough. That boobs, licking things, clothes coming off. Give a guy a break. I will tell you though, a lot of people don't know this. Do not feed geese, ducks, swans, TJ, anything like that. Do not feed them bread.
Why? I do it all the time.
It's bad for them.
I mean, not on the daily. It's just not good for them. It's not exactly bad. It's just not good for them.
Well, it causes them to poop more, which can have more bacteria around, which can cause aviation issues.
Yeah, well, I pick up the poop just like if I had a yard full of dogs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to people that like go to public parks and things like that, like John and Issa used to go down to the park here because we have Canadian geese here. Um, and they used to feed the geese and they'd bring stale bread and things like that until I actually looked it up because you know how they say not to throw rice at weddings because it can swell in birds and
That's
cause them
right.
to, cause them to die. I looked up bread and found out that wild geese that aren't kept up after like yours are can have some serious health problems. When get bird
Yeah.
seed, just get some
If
bird
you
seed.
have a lot of birds in one area and all they do is stand in their own feces, that leads to problems.
Yeah,
So I've always picked it up here, but I have
and
a lot
it's
of
not,
neighbors that complain. But I
and
mean,
it's
they're
not,
wild animals. There's nothing you can do about it.
and I mean, bread isn't something that they would find as a natural food.
That's right.
So
That's right. They
you know,
get, well, bird seed on the daily.
yeah, and bird seed, they can eat grapes.
Yeah.
What were the other things that?
But let me tell you what I have found out. Just this past year, they realized that they can eat Bradford pears. And so now they're just walking in everybody's yard, up and down everybody's yard, getting their Bradford pears because they're falling off. They've been on there all winter and they're like really super ripe.
Yeah,
And, and it makes them have diarrhea. So they
yeah,
don't exactly know that they can't just gorge out on it because then they have like major diarrhea for a day.
yeah.
But they are just eating everything. It's like some new thing that they found.
And collectively, they all know about it now. Um, one of the one of the lists of things said you can feed them mealworms or freeze dried crickets, which mimics natural food choices. Now, these
Yeah.
things can get expensive if you're going to do this
Uh-huh.
often.
Yeah,
Um,
I've got way too many to be doing shit like that.
but you can also do barley, oats, birdseed, cracked corn, vegetable peels, and chopped up grapes. You have
Well,
to
I
dissect it.
buy huge bags of wild bird seed.
Yep.
3 huge bags at a time.
Yep. But I know you've been talking about your birds, and TG talks about going and seeing the swans and things like that. So
Yep.
I just kind of wanted to do the public service announcement for you know
Yeah, I have got thumbs
bringing.
down on my bird videos because of people telling me what to do. I'm like, that's the one time that they got the bread. And I say in the
Right.
description that they get nothing but wild bird seed, but whatever.
Yeah. But
People like
I
to
wanted
tell
to
you.
do a bird public service announcement just in case because it is fun to go and feed them and watch them gather around and watch them walk
Yeah.
around and interact and stuff. It is fun. But you want to make sure that you're helping them with their health and not hindering it.
Well,
Um,
right now, all of the birds and all of the wildlife are going through something. It happens every spring, and they get real hormonal and they act in weird ways that they never would. and
Yep.
it don't make sense. And sometimes they're dumb and they're aggressive
Yep.
and they're just trying to mate. And then in a couple weeks, there'll be a baby explosion everywhere.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. I live uh, on a road about maybe a half a mile away from me is a big horse farm,
Hmm.
and then the back of my yard is kind of like a runoff creek thing
Right.
where we all get our irrigation from, and it's protected wetlands on the other side of that.
Cool.
So we have a lot of wildlife. I mean, a lot of wildlife. I see bobcats and bears and all kinds of stuff.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Raccoons and possums.
We lived in
I
the
kill everything. I'm sorry if that bothers people, but if it comes in the yard, I've got other things that I have to watch out for, and I kill everything. It's not supposed to be here.
when we
Sorry.
when we lived in the woods here in the same town, but we lived in the kind of the boonies. We had deer that bed down in the backyard. We had coyotes and bobcats and raccoons, chipmunks, all the little wildlife. But we also had a creek that ran through the back part of our property, so we'd get turtles up at our house. I come walking down the steps once when the DSS worker was there, the one I didn't like. And the hummingbirds were just going crazy because we had a tree that had fallen and it was kind of suspended on the other trees, and honeysuckle had grown up over it. So it was like this wall, like this 20-foot wall of honeysuckle. And there had to have been about 30 hummingbirds out there. And I didn't know hummingbirds made sounds
Yeah,
until
they
that
do.
day.
It's like they bark.
And they were battling over the honeysuckle. And I was like, oh my God.
Hmm.
And he's like, wow, it's like Wild Kingdom here. And I look down and there's a turtle about 2 inches away from his foot. And I'm like, yep, you could say that. And the turtle was like 8 inches. I mean, it was a good sized turtle. I'm like, where the hell? Because you had to go up a really steep incline from the creek to get to where my house was. And there's just this turtle there. I ended up having John take it down to the creek. I was like, take this thing back down there. Like, but we would have people that would park on our road and go down, because the creek went under the road. They would go down and they'd hunt turtles to make turtle soup and food and stuff. And
Ron, I'm talking about snakes and possums and stuff like that. I will kill those. I just don't want to deal with them. I don't want to just run them off because I feed stuff here in the yard and they'll
right.
always be coming back. And so I just have to do that.
I do know that raccoons love birdseed because I used to take the birdseed that my dad had and go put it out under the tree in a pile behind the tree so my dad couldn't see it from the house. And the raccoons would come down out of the woods and eat the birdseed. I fed them.
Matter of fact, I love to dig moles out and kill them. I will hunt down a freaking mole in the yard.
Miha was good at that. She had these big old radar ears, man. They were just, I mean, they were like homing devices, and she could hear things under the ground. And man, the one house we had, she dug that yard all up, chasing stuff that was under the ground. And I was just like, oh my God. John is like, what is that crazy dog doing? I said, she chasing a mouse or a mole or something. I was like, but whatever it is, she doesn't like it and she wants it dead. Yeah.
Well, we have voles and moles,
Yeah.
and they eat my bulbs.
Yep. They're very destructive to gardens. Yep. I had a little tiny mole bite me once when I was a kid because I found it above ground actually, and I don't know why, but as a child, it was summertime and we had the little kiddie pool out. Now, mind you, I was like 4 or 5 years old, and we had this little kiddie pool, and I had a bowl, and I put the mole in the bowl and then floated it in the pool because I thought it would like being in a boat. I don't know why, but that's the way my 4 or 5 year old brain worked. And when I went to take him out of the bowl, he bit me and was just hanging off my finger. And I was like, Mommy.
Dang.
Her cat was very interested. That damn cat almost attacked me for that thing. I don't know whatever happened to it, but that's where my memory ends. So it must have been traumatic. I don't know. Maybe the cat got hold of it and traumatized me. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I remember it being just hanging off my finger like chomp. I'm like, ow. But I was always like that when I was a kid. I was never afraid of creepy crawly things or little fuzzy things. We used to hunt salamanders and find turtles and all kinds of stuff. I was not allowed to bring anything fuzzy or slithery in the house. Like I couldn't bring snakes in, and I couldn't bring mice or anything like that in the house. But turtles and salamanders, my mom would allow me to have. Till she found
Ew.
out that till she found out that most of the turtles that we had were snapping turtles. My mom found out she had snapping turtle
Turtle
babies.
poop is so stinky. Oh my god.
Well, these were, I mean, little tiny ones,
Mm.
like not even 2 or 3 inches, um, that I would bring in. But yeah, when my mom found out they were baby snapping turtles, she's like, "Get those out of my house." We did have a huge one show up at the top of the hill behind the house. That the men in the neighborhood actually had to go out there with shovels and put the shovels under this thing and lift it. And there were like 6 of them, 3 on each side, to carry this thing to one of the neighbors' pickup trucks to put it in the trucks to take it to a different location to relocate it. This thing was at least 4 feet long. It was massive, and they put about a 4 inch round tree branch in front of its face, and it snapped the thing directly in half. And
Mm-hmm.
they were afraid that us as kids would get stupid and get too
Oh
close and
yeah,
get
for
hurt.
sure.
So they relocated it about 10, 20 miles away in a protected area that had
I
some swamp.
usually do that a few times a year with the turtles here in the back. Sometimes, I mean, I can count way over 30, and when it gets like that, I've got a big um, metal cage thing that I'll take down to the dock,
Yeah.
and then I've got a big net, and I'll drop food off the dock,
Hmm.
and the turtles come up and start eating that food, and I'll reach down with that net, scoop them right up, and fill that cage, and take a big cage full of them down to the river and relocate them.
Yeah. Yeah. There was only one other turtle that was even bigger, and my dad almost hit it with the car. It was walking across the road. He swears it was clearing the road, like, because when they walk, they lift themselves up so their bellies, the bottom part of their shell doesn't drag. And he swears it was almost a foot off the road.
Some
The
of
thing
them
was
have long legs.
the thing was massive, and he almost hit it with his car. Um, but he left it alone because it was near our neighborhood, but it wasn't
Oh, have
in
you
our
ever been
neighborhood.
out like in Texas and run over an armadillo?
No, you don't really
Oh
have to
my
do
God.
anything.
They
Armadillos,
jump up.
yeah, they jump.
Yeah.
They suicide. Yep. I've never hit one, but seen a lot of dead ones when I lived in Texas for 3 months. Suicidal, and they're also the only animal that still carries leprosy.
What?
Yeah, armadillos.
No,
Yeah.
I was talking to Scarlett.
Oh.
What time you take a shower that late at night? It's like what, 9:30?
Yeah.
Dang. I don't like to go to bed with my hair wet. I got way too much hair.
Yeah, it was so funny on one of those late night talk shows when one of the people from the zoo brought baby armadillos, and I think it was on Jimmy Fallon, and he had just handed Jimmy Fallon the armadillo when he was like, "Oh, and by the way, do you know armadillos are the only ones that actually carry leprosy?" And Jimmy Fallon like put the thing down on his desk and pulled his hands away from it and went, "What?" It was so funny.
Yeah, Scarlett, why don't you video that and then put it on your channel? I mean, with no video, just the audio.
Now there's an ASMR video for you.
Shower girl.
Wes is being very spicy today.
What have you been doing all day, Wes?
Yeah, Wes.
A bunch of nothing, or did you do something?
Yeah, I feel bad for Kathy.
Yeah. I'm assuming that was maybe her mom's dad that passed.
Most likely, yeah. You slept 13 hours. Wow. I wish I could sleep 13 hours.
Oh, lucky you.
I don't think
And
I
I
get
felt like
13
that
hours.
earlier.
I don't think I get 13 hours of sleep in like a week-long period.
I've
Oh
been
my
wanting to
goodness.
sleep all day and sleep all night.
Yeah, her mom's dead.
But I do have a lot going on.
My thoughts are with her. The flip-flopping weather doesn't do her any good either with her still having that cough.
Wow, wow, wow.
96. Wow.
My grandmother, when she passed, was 98 years old. When I wished her the last birthday, I called her from Tulsa and I said, you got to hang in there because I'm going to be there in person on your 100th birthday. So,
Mm.
and she didn't live much longer. She just gave up after 98 years.
Right?
Right.
You got 4 hours of sleep last night, Thomas? Yeah, I got like 2.
Not just Kathy, Darlene. Prayers for so many. There's so many things going on right now.
Yeah.
So many people are just going through some stuff. And I know a lot of people don't even like to bring it up or talk about it, but
Yeah.
so many people in our community is really having a hard time lately. Everyone is in my prayers.
What's really sad is the thought that just went in my head, and then which was, well, for those that are legitimate, thought my thoughts are with them, and I shouldn't even. That shouldn't even be a thought. If there wasn't so much deception and people lying about things that are very sensitive to other people, then that thought wouldn't have been in my head. And it pisses me off that that thought just went into my head. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Darlene, I'm sorry.
Yes, yes, Darlene. Nana's husband is going through some stuff too, and every day I'm so scared.
Yeah, and Dawn's brother-in-law,
Yeah,
Dawn Southern Fines. There's so many people that are having issues.
so many people. Yeah.
Yeah, Thomas, I've been dealing with a lot of depression this month and stress and freaking out. Although for those that didn't hear, to share the news is that my mom did help me with the electric bill.
Oh my
So
God, how wonderful, Kodi.
yeah, um, she paid it over the phone. So I don't. I mean, I have to pay my mom back, and I still have to sell the jewelry.
Weren't
And
you? Were you not on the average monthly plan?
no,
Don't they have that?
yeah,
Well,
it's not in my name.
because
So,
that
um,
should definitely be a thing. That way you don't get surprised like that.
yeah. So, but she
This is
did help
excellent
me
for
out.
people on a budget.
I am still going to be selling the jewelry. I'm still going to be making it, selling it, and I am going to pay my mom back. She did not ask me to pay her back, but it's a lot of money, so you know, I
Cool.
I want to pay her back because she did help me out without me asking because I refuse to ask my mom for help. She has helped me out so much over the years. And it's really not her place. I mean, I'm 53 years old. I should be able to do it myself, and I'm not able to. And it's one of the I mean, everything just adds to the depression and the frustration. Um, but this did take stress off because I mean, if I lose power, I can't cook. All the food that I do have that's in the fridge will go bad. I can't cook any, you know what I mean? I won't be able to eat because I can't afford to buy food out. So I was, my brain just would not stop. So, yeah, it is a huge stress relief off me. Now I just have to hope that next month's bill is not high, that it's more normal, which my heat hasn't been kicking on as much as it was that month that ran the bill up. So, but I am glad that, you know, I don't have that pressure now. And I am still gonna sell my stuff. I am still gonna make my stuff, and I am gonna pay my mom back, and you know, hopefully maybe have enough to buy my own food, so she won't have to do that. You know what I mean? Start getting on track and getting my really fucked up life organized and a little bit better. You know, Simi Parthenopaeus, what are you doing?
What did you say?
I said her name,
Say it again.
Simi Parthenopaeus.
Okay.
Well, she's named after a character from a book, and that's the character's last name. So,
Well, I have old people here, and that's not what I heard.
oh,
I thought you said semi pots and a payas. Okay.
Parthenopaeus. It's Greek. Yeah, totally. It's a huge relief for me right now. Um, I am still going to. And this camera still won't work. I tried it last night and it's still not working. So I don't know. And there's no driver to it. It's just a plug and play. So I don't know. But the only other thing I can do is what I did today and take pictures of things and share screens. You know, once they're completed, when I sell them.
So when's the last time you tried to use the camera?
Last night.
No.
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah, I went into one of the back rooms of my old
Yeah. Okay.
live
I had to
series,
catch
and
up.
yeah. Yeah. So I don't know, but
Well, that's crap. When I was out today, I saw one of those plug and play camera things, and it was $29.99. And
yeah, I
it
mean,
was not a very high pixel. It was just like 720 or something like that. It was not very much.
yeah, I don't even. I mean, this one's got. It's really clear. I mean, I could plug it in right now if you want me to. I could show you. It might shut my camera down on both on my laptop and on my.
Or the sound would just be very low.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
I'm at the 2.5 hour anyway, but I mean the live will keep going. I just won't have camera. Let me show you how. Do 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 do. Then go into settings, switch the camera. That should. The light's on. Can you still hear me?
I can hear you.
Right.
I can see you.
Yep. And the dog.
Wider. Way wider.
Yeah.
The sound's not that much different.
Well, I didn't switch the audio. I kept the laptop audio.
Mm-hmm.
But I should have put a t-shirt on. Oof. But yeah. So see,
Looking
much clearer.
all at the whole, all of you now.
I know, right? Sorry. But
It is way clearer, isn't it?
yeah, it is. And that's why I want to use it now. How long it'll stay working before the whole thing locks down, I don't know. But last night it lasted. I think I had it going because I had it running in the background while I was doing other things. I think it lasted about an hour. Let's see if I do this.
Well, take me off.
No, just
Take me
showing
off.
it. No, I'm not going to take you off. I can make myself a little bigger.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Look at that.
See?
Little bright. Pretty good.
Hold on, I'm going to
It
put the
didn't
ring
shut
back on the box.
down. Nothing shut down yet.
Yeah, not yet. But
Let's see it. Let's see it.
I hate being on camera too.
Hmm. What?
Well, I'm not going to keep it up. Yeah, so I mean for a little generic webcam, it's very very clear.
Yeah, way clearer than that other one.
Yeah, way clearer than the laptop.
Yes. So it's like night and day.
Which is why I was like, oh, I can use that. But if it's gonna, I mean, I'll keep it on right now. Not like seeing me on, but it's still plugged in. And we'll
I
see
mean,
if
it's
it
like the
lasts.
other one. We were looking through a tissue or a paper towel.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The graphics on the pixelated. Just the other one's horrible.
Mm.
Um, but it is a very cheap laptop. But this is, I mean, this doesn't even have a name brand on the box that the camera came in. It's just numbers,
That's all right.
there's there's no name on it. And I got this from Ella actually in the mystery box that I won. But it says full HD webcam.
All right, Darlene. See you later.
But I mean,
Later tonight, maybe.
and I can't read the rest of it here. Let my magnifying glass go here.
I made a hamburger earlier.
Oh, it does have a name brand. It's Wands View, which I've never heard of. And then
Oh, yeah.
numbers and things. Um,
What did you say? Wonker?
Wan, W
Wonker?
A N Wansview.
K-E-R.
Shut up. I did not say wanker. Crap. But it's 1820 by
Hilarious. You got a wanker brand.
yeah. I got a wanker video camera. Came from PG. But it's an 1820 by 1080 pixel. So unfortunately the audio sucks on it. And I don't know how long it'll last on my laptop right now, but this is why I was trying to get it to work, is because it's so much clearer. Shut up, TG. You shut up too. Bitches, the both of ya. Shut up, Paparon.
Wanker camera.
Everybody's a fucking comedian. Yeah, it's wanker view. Okay.
Even funnier.
You guys are so funny. Ha ha ha.
Party hard, hard.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
So I am going to have to go out and spend some reward money pretty soon.
Oh yeah?
This would be a good time to do it before the thingy thing.
Didn't you just say you weren't going to spend any money?
This is reward money. My business stuff is connected to my TJX rewards card.
Oh,
So all my transactions go through that, and then I pay that off in full every month. And well, don't ever get me started on credit. I used to be a collector, and so
hmm.
I'm crazy about contracts and money and payments. Anyway, so I have like a whole bunch of reward money. They send you these $10, $20 certificates to
Nice.
spend.
So what do you get to spend them on?
Anything in I think there's like 4 or 5 different stores I can spend. Home Goods, TJ Maxx, Marshalls,
Huh.
Sierra Trading or some shit. I
Didn't
don't
the
know.
Home Goods used to be Montgomery Ward Direct?
I don't know. Home Goods is awful nice. Never seen anything like that in Montgomery Wards.
Well, I used to do catalog orders, and we had the Montgomery Ward Direct catalog, and then they changed their name to Home Goods or Home something because they got so many complaints. Because their shipping practices are crap and their customer service is. I mean, this is just 30, 40 years ago. So, um, but yeah, they and we couldn't. Our customer service couldn't do anything because it was all based in Minnesota. Montgomery Ward Direct and Value Vision Television Network were in Minnesota. So people would call our number for customer service, and we'd have to give them the other number, and it was not a free call, and they're automatically on hold for 20 minutes. And when they do get off hold,
Hey,
they have
Paul.
4 customer service people that wouldn't help. Hi, Paul. Bye, Paul. So hopefully, if they are the same company, they have fixed things. Because I don't know how the hell they stayed in business with the bullshit that they were pulling. Because they had some really nice things in that catalog, but it would either show up and it's not the color that you ordered, or it was broken, or it was a totally different item, or what, it was crazy. The complaints that we got, or they just cancel your order for no reason. Some of our people learned how to hack into their system, so we could at least tell customers. You know, Customers would call and be like, "Well, I haven't gotten my order. I ordered 3 months ago," and we'd hack into the system and check their order, and their credit card was denied or whatever, and they weren't notified. During the order process, the people that were taking the order just went through with it, and it was done in Minnesota. So we were sending stacks and stacks of complaint forms via FedEx to Minnesota daily. I mean, like multiple envelopes, FedEx envelopes full of these things. It's crazy.
It is heartbreaking when you get to know the corporate crap that goes on.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I mean, even when our part of it, because the catalog company that I worked for was bought by Montgomery Ward Direct and Value Vision, by the company that owned that. So that company bought our magazines, and but even when we called their customer service, we were put on hold. And I mean, there was one time I had to call their customer service, and they answered the phone, and they didn't actually answer the phone. They connected, and then I could hear them laughing and talking in the background about how stupid people were that called their customer service. And I'm like, are you fucking serious right now? Not professional, not good quality work, nothing. I was like, okay.
Call center people are the bottom of the employment chain.
I was a call center person.
I was a lead at the call center place.
I started off just doing regular calls, and then somehow they stuck me on customer service, and I'm like, I am not a customer service type of person. Hey, Robin, you missed the
Robin,
ring. Robin, I gotta show you the ring.
look.
Hold on, I'll pull it up. Doop, 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 doop. This is a Robin inspired ring. So, yes, I will be breaking Mama at some point, but it is Robin inspired.
I wish I could do a drum roll.
There it is. A wee little turtle.
Make it bigger.
Huh?
Make it bigger.
I don't know if I can make it bigger. Is that bigger?
No, the screen just got bigger. The item did not.
Well, I can't make it any bigger than that.
Mm. What size?
The turtle ring is a. Where'd it go? Turtle ring is a size 10.
So what
And
if it needs to be a different size?
this is the only tab ring like this I have. I can do the turtle on something else because I have a few more turtles.
Well,
But I
couldn't
don't
you
know.
just snip a part out and then solder it back?
No, that would ruin the whole ring. I mean, I can put turtle on a different ring. This one I was gonna do for $12.
What?
Yeah.
You're not charging enough. Don't you think you should bottom dollar be $15 for anything out the door? Come on, Kodi.
All right. Well, I just got yelled at, so I'll go with that. Unless it's Robin, because I already said 12. If Robin wants to buy it, I will do it for Robin for 12. Anybody else will be 15, just because I'm a biased bitch like that. So people will just have to deal with it. Because ethically, I did already say 12.
Very cute.
Thank you.
And it's
So
not like gaudy. It's just like I like simple.
that's the ring that I made when I saw the hat and I thought of you, Robin. I was like, ooh, I'm putting a turtle on something. Damn it. Hey, Susanna. So yep.
Susanna. Hey, beautiful Susanna.
So yeah, and I do have the other two rings that I'll be putting stones in, and I have a whole bunch more ideas and designs in my head.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. Now, who wears a tin? So,
I do.
do you have the cabs to go in?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The one ring is going to have a 5 millimeter labradorite. That ring is a size 7, and that'll be a labradorite ring. This one. I mean, 5 millimeters. It's not a huge cab. It does have some nice flash on it. Um, I just don't have the stone in the setting yet. But that will be this one. That one. The cab will go in that little spot right there.
I like that. I like that.
Yep. And that one is a size 7. And then the the double set that I have is a size 12, which it make it really cute.
Well,
So yeah, it's 12.
whoa.
That's what the this one is. And this one will have a lapis and an aventurine, so blue and green.
Very, very nice. I like side by sides.
Yep. And they're kind of catty corner to each other, so they're not
Mm-hmm.
straight on there. They're a little bit different, and I did that on purpose. It wasn't an accident. I actually set them cockeyed like that, so it would be a
Yes.
little different than. So, yeah. And that's a size 12. Susanna, I don't have it in the room with me. I forgot to grab it. My mom distracted me this morning.
Right, Robin. I get so discouraged every time I open up a thing of rings for me. All the ones that I put a lot of money into, I can't even wear them anymore. My fingers have changed so much.
I don't know. I do have other bands, other silver bands. I don't have any more like that one, the tab ring with the little space on it. But I do have other silver band rings that I can put a turtle on. I can put a blank on it and put a turtle on it. I don't know what other sizes I have. Let me check and I will message you. Okay, Robin?
But you know what? I think I have one of those messed up mandrels too.
Yeah, the trick mandrels, man. You got to watch out for those.
Uh-huh. I've always worn a certain size, and now it's not there.
You've been shopping at the same place Tina has
I guess.
to get them trick mandrels.
Well, it was wrong.
And I do check them on the mandrel. I have 3 mandrels. They're all calibrated the same. And I do check the sizes when I get rings in that are they're labeled a certain size. I do check them to make sure that they're the correct size because I did have rings that I got in. I had some stainless steel rings and they were supposed to be a certain size. They came in, they were like half a size smaller than what they were labeled. I did let the owner know that, and she went and checked, and all of the rings she had gotten in from that manufacturer were all the wrong size. She was not happy. You're a size 8. Well, I mean, your fingers shrink and expand. So, Robin, I went from having to get a size 9 for my pinky, okay, and now I can wear everything from a size 6.5 to an 8.5 on my pinky. My ring finger used to be an 11 to 11.5. I can now wear a 9 on my ring finger. So, yeah, I don't know. My hands just went through the sudden transformation, and I was able to wear all the rings I had gotten as pinky rings. I can wear them on different fingers now. I'm like, woohoo, that works for me. Of course, I didn't have. I don't really. Well, I do actually have rings that are small enough. My old rings that I was going to sell most of them. That were small from when I was in school and stuff. Susanna, my size was an 8. I'm sticking to that story. It's
Well,
that
my
trick man.
hands are shrinking too.
Yeah, because John and I were the same size. Our ring fingers were the same size, and that was an 11, and which made it really easy for me to steal his rings, which worked for me.
I got all those rings a couple weeks ago. That Southwestern native
Yeah.
lot that I got from Goodwill,
Hmm.
and they were teeny tiny rings, like
Pixie
size
sizes.
5.
Pixie
I think
sizes.
one of them could have even been a size 4.
I wear a 4 on my toe, but you know what's messed up? Okay, I'm going to show you something. Now my ring finger went down to a 9. I can wear a 9 on my ring finger, but this right here is the 12 that I made. That's a size 12, and it's a true size 12, and that fits my middle finger. I don't know. My fingers are weird. I can wear multiple different sizes on each finger. Oh, and that shows you what the ring looks like on. I'm anxious to get the stones in it so I can take pictures and show you guys what it looks like. And thanks to Dibble, I have more metal to play with, so I'll be able to use the larger cabochons and make some different things with that. I do. I have a well endowed middle finger.
I have like a whole bunch of backed turquoise
Yeah,
that are calibrated, but they're big. They're not small ones.
yeah. Well, the one that I'm really anxious to work with is the cabochon that I found that I didn't even know I had. But while I was unbagging and uncoupling things, I found a blue kyanite cabochon, and it's a what size is it? 14 by 10, I think. So it's a really nice size for a ring, and I really want to set that in sterling, and I want to put some things around it, do some kind of design work around it, whether it's metalwork or metal stamping or something, um, to really show off the stone because the kyanite is gorgeous. It is absolutely beautiful. And I have the cabochons that I got from Mr. Jim. I have a really pretty gold rutilated quartz teardrop. Um, and this everybody knows the stones you get from Mr. Jim are gorgeous, so we'll leave it at that. But
In that store I was in earlier today, they had a bag of quartz, a couple big chunks. Um,
yeah,
were beautiful, but they had been dyed purple.
hmm.
And the dye job was so bad. Like,
Oh,
I
that
can't
sucks.
imagine if the stone got wet or something.
Yeah, it'd almost be better to bleach all that dye off and just have the natural quartz.
Yeah, I left it behind her. It was a really good vibe. I wanted to get it, but the dye made me freak out. I live right by a military base, and there is so much activity over here.
Really,
Hmm.
we have the National Guard here in my town, and we have an airport here in town that the military will use to as a stopping point between bases. So whenever there's a lot of military activity, I always check to see if there's an air show because if there's not, that means something's going on. You know,
Yeah, I think there's just definitely something going on.
because when I started hearing Chinooks going over my house, which by the way is my favorite helicopter ever, um, and there's no air show, there's a situation. They're either doing some kind of military exercises or there's something going on. So kind of freaks me out because I'm used to having the medical helicopter and the police helicopters.
Bye, Thomas. Thank you.
Bye, Thomas. Have an awesome day. Um, but the Chinooks and military craft don't fly directly over my house unless there's either an air show or there's some kind of military stuff happening. So I love that plump, plump, plump of the Chinooks, though. Hey, you. Stop it. No chewing on your leg on my pillow. It's not a Turkish bathhouse. Damn dog.
What day is this? Wednesday?
Yes.
Taco Wednesday?
It's Wacky Wild Wednesday. I don't know. I don't eat tacos. It's a lonely life, but somebody's got to live it.
Well, thank God for the internet.
Right?
Right.
Oh, I'd be stark raving mad if it wasn't for the internet at this point. As it is, I'm just mad. Just a little bit crazy. Just a little bit.
But at the same time, I really remember the good old days when there was no smartphone. It
Yep.
was great. Man, was it great.
Yep. Robin, every day is taco day. I knew she'd come up with something. Yeah, I remember the days when there was no cell phones. There was, you know, video
Life was good.
camcorders were the size of your head. You knew if someone was recording you back in the day.
Damn straight.
Yeah, I remember the good old days where you could escape and say, "I got to go to the store." Bye. Nobody could reach you.
Thank God there's no evidence.
Right? It never happened.
And
There's no record of anything anywhere.
then nowadays, everybody's just too dumb to realize there's digital evidence everywhere.
Great, and you would think that they would recognize that.
It does never delete. There's no such a thing.
Nope.
Won't be fooled. It does not delete.
Robin knows because she catches clips of all that shit.
What?
On the next 20s.
Ow.
Bless you.
Guess who's leaving? Nope, they're just saying, "Get out here, lady."
Well, I've been going for 3 hours, and we got a lot of people that have gone live. Tania just went live with Adam Hartman, and Sandy's live, and Flippin' Crazy's live, and Lydia's live. Who else is live? Cajun Roots Reseller is live.
Ooh, that sounds like fun, Robin. Old pics
Oh, nice.
and old videos. You're gonna be like, "What? I can't believe I was wearing that. Look at my hair."
If anybody has any links they want to drop, go ahead and drop them. So I'm going to be ending this in a couple of minutes. The camera stayed on. It didn't cancel me out. Maybe it just finally decided to cooperate with my laptop. That'd be nice. It's been going what?
Yeah,
How long is it? When did I plug it in? About half an hour ago? Hour ago?
more than that.
Oh. Oh, it lasted longer than it did last night. That's good. Bye, Robin. Have a great day.
Bye.
Miranda's probably already somewhere else, otherwise she would have already been popping in links and everything. But to anybody that's still lingering around, check out Big Barn and subscribe to them if you're not already subscribed. They're trying to get to 1,000. They're doing a giveaway when they hit that. And I already listed off everybody else who's live, so go check those out. I'm going to bed. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon here, and my ass is going to bed. I'm tired.
I'm going outside. Got a yard full of birds.
Yeah, your birds are calling you. They're like, hello.
Indeed. All right. Bye.
Bye, Debbie. Thanks for coming on the panel. And thank you, everybody, for showing up for my live and hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I love you guys. And I hope everybody has an awesome rest of your week and weekend. And I will see you around the tube. Have a good time, everybody. But be safe. Always be safe.